Alright. Think we are good to go. How is everyone doing? Let's see if I look presentable. I need to change this a bit. I feel like this is too bright. Oh yeah, I think I was, so I recorded some videos, last week, or since the last stream, basically. So I was using this ring light to provide some fill lighting. Okay, yeah. So it's been like over 2 months since I last uploaded a video, but I recorded 2 videos, like very short videos. We're talking like 30 seconds each. So those should be out soon. I just have to edit them. It's hard to find like free time to edit videos. But yeah. Other than that, I did increase the bitrate on the stream, so now it is what is it, 30 megabytes per second for the bitrate. So it should look a bit better. Especially when when I'm playing the game and there's more movement on the screen. Other than that, I think we're good. So I'm just gonna start it up. I think the webcam is good, it's not too... If I look at the... hang on. I want to see how much glare there is. Because I did actually cave, and I ended up getting the anti-reflective coating, which did help. But I don't think it makes much of a difference for streams, because it still looks pretty reflective. I swear, every time I stream, my forehead looks bigger. I'm so paranoid about my hairline receding. Okay. So we are streaming, microphone's now muted. Aside from that, I think we're good to go. It's funny, the Elden Ring DLC just came out, and everyone's on that. Here I am playing Genshin as usual. So this week and next week is going to be Genshin, and then after that I think Zenless Zone Zero is coming out. Hello MAA, welcome to the stream. We just started. I'm just gonna fiddle around with the volume here. I think that's a bit too loud. How are you doing, MAA? How was your week? So one thing that I actually... So, until I opened the game today, like right before the stream, I didn't know this event existed. I didn't know this came out. So... Like, I was just wondering what else to do other than the story quest. Well, I guess I got my answer. I didn't even start this. You've been okay? That's good. I have been good as well. Thanks for asking. Finally got those videos recorded, so I'm good for the next 4 months. I can upload 2 videos. No, I'm joking. I want to be like more consistent with uploading videos, just because then I can get a lot better at it too. Because like these videos that I just recorded, they use a bit of the green screen. Like the second one is gonna use a lot of green screen. And I don't think I did it right. I think you need like a lot more lighting. Like 2 like light boxes coming in from angles so that you don't cast a shadow. I may have messed that up. It's gonna be a bit difficult to edit those videos. You're here sooner than expected. Time for a cheer to celebrate our reunion. Twin stars of brilliant valor. I have no idea who you are. Soka. Here's the exposition I live for. You may have forgotten, but Soka's a writer we met during the fungi tournament. She's been helping us and Hania take care of the fungi buddies. I play that event, I don't remember her. But weren't you previously helping Hania prepare for the... I did not read that fast enough. Main reason is... being hunted down by Yai Publishing House's editors. She broke copyright law. They want her to submit her work. I wonder if anyone, like, actually... I wonder if I could just skip this, or if anyone cares about this dialogue. I'll just have it on auto, and we'll just chill for a bit. I haven't even started this event, so I can, like, play this the entire... So, like, I'll open the stream with this after this event, then we'll move on to Chiori's quest. I don't know what that quest is going to be about. She designs clothing. And I'll be real, the Cloud Retainer quest from last time wasn't very interesting. It's literally just another NPC comes by that doesn't really matter and takes up most of the quest. You would have thought that, like, an Adeptus would have a more interesting quest. I don't know. So, I don't know what to expect from, like, a clothing designer or tailor. She has a writer's block, and she's following a folk legend. Labyrinth of Legend, a Hero's Journey. Oh, hang on, is this a labyrinth event? I'm gonna lower this armrest a bit. That's the lowest it goes. Wait, is she actually going through an actual labyrinth? Okay, here's what we're gonna do, because I'm clearly not paying attention. Let's just play the event. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Zenless Zone Zero. I think my friend is also going to be playing it. Collection and Evasion stages. So if he wants to, maybe I'll let him join the stream. Although I doubt there's much co-op in that game. Collect labyrinth coins. Gain points. The higher the risk level, greater volume of incoming fire. Imagine doing this on mobile. It's fine, guys. We'll play the event, and it's just gonna explain itself. They always give you like 7 pages of tutorials for the easiest events. Or easiest like puzzles and stuff. What does her skill do again? Okay. I thought it was a mobility skill. I don't know why they would have you playing as a specific character then. Oh, I have this thing here. So I guess you can destroy the dummies. Imagine doing this on mobile. That was stamina. You see that dodge and weave there? You see how I missed that coin there? Oh, I'm out of skill. Oh, that's a gold. That's good enough. I didn't even know this event came out. Okay. So Cloud Retainer actually has a mobility skill, so this might... Yeah. Do I have to use her? Oh no, I don't have her ult. I completely missed that. There we go. Oh, this is a lot more difficult all of a sudden. Yeah, I don't know how I was supposed to dodge that. I feel like I'm playing... If anyone remembers New Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS, where the whole gimmick was just that, like, there's like a billion coins in that game. Like, every stage is just full of coins. Oh man. Should have done that a lot more times. But I think you only have... You can only use it like 3 times and then I think it's completely expended. As long as I get gold, I'm fine. Okay, I clearly don't know what Chiori does. I didn't know she could do that. Was Chiori a good character? Or is she a good character? Because I think, like, as far as I can tell, Like when I was following the leaks and stuff, and her numbers were revealed, a lot of people were let down. I should probably use that on projectiles. I don't know why I wasted it there. Oh, there's so many coins here. So I didn't even know she had a mobility skill. That's very cool. We should be good, right? Yeah. All these Primo gems are gonna go into the Pyro Archon fund. Yellen is really a character that I wanted to pull for. I don't know, maybe I just didn't really like her gameplay style, where it was mainly just like setting up vaporized reactions for others. And then I don't think she even worked with Dea. Or rather, Dea didn't work with her. Because her ult is based on like normal attack. I can't even see where the projectiles are. There's so many coins. Her ult triggers when you use basic attacks, and Dea's ult doesn't count as a basic attack when you're mashing the basic attack button. Her skill is a lot of fun though, but you have to like get her first constellation and to get like an extra charge of it. So I hate when they do that. They did the same with Xiao. Or I think he was like the first one to do that. Ooh. I don't think you get anything for a pink rank. Okay. Time to play as Jumpy Boy. Jump Man himself. Is my audio okay? I think my audio's okay. Okay. That was a bad idea. I thought I would have gone higher. It's amazing that I have evaded that.
風の行く先を 風を知れそれ風の行く先を 風の流れる方へ
Ooh, that was slick.
風の赴くままに
Audio's fine for you? That is good to hear.
風の行く先を風を知れ
I always have to like ask or wonder because I don't have any of the skill left. Because I don't shoot.
風の行く先を
I don't know how the audio is. The only thing I'm going off is like the levels here, the meters. And then it sucks if oh, you can pick 2. It sucks when you find out later that like the audio is completely messed up, like my voice is clipping or something like that. Let's use Yellen and you. Or do I actually want Chiori. It's really funny, I had no idea that she even had she had like a Kiching. I don't know how to say any of the Chinese names now after last stream. I can't believe I dodged all that. Okay, that was cheap. That was cheap. I was considering playing like the Elden Ring DLC on stream, and I'm like, everyone and their grandmothers is streaming that game. And I feel like most of the audience that I have is into like gacha games and mainly just Genshin, really. So like maybe I'll play the Elden Ring DLC later. You don't want to be like the other girls. It's more like there's too much competition for people with like established like fan bases that are more into it. That is probably not a good idea. Did I just click retry? Get me out of here. Challenge failed. Imagine if it didn't save the progress for that. Okay, so that was quick and easy. That was like only like 20 minutes. Alright. So, that's it for commissions. We'll just claim that, and then... I'm just checking the preview. Sometimes when you use a higher bitrate, it'll mess you up. But I think we actually tab down to stream health. Stream is healthy. Good to know. I might be able to actually even like turn out the bitrate even more, but I'm gonna do this stream at 30,000. And I'll check on it and see how it is, see if I need to increase it. This monitor always makes me look red. Like I look like I just ran a marathon. Yeah. Look at those 4 summons. We're up to 519. Alright, you know the drill. Let's turn it to English. And then let's do the story quest. I am so sick of this stupid commission. Project Baby. This guy that keeps needing the snake food. I get this every single day. Every single day. When I have my commission set to Mondstadt, it's always the Ella Musk commission. With the poetry and the hilichurls and all that. And then if I do like
The desert's a tough adversary.
if I do Inazuma, I always get like the really annoying balloon escorts.
Entirely up to you.
And if I do it as a random, then I'll just get like the most annoying ones from each region every single day. You just can't win. I didn't even trigger the quest, did I? I was too busy ranting. That happens sometimes. Shout out to Atomi from the last stream. That's become like a staple of like my vocabulary now. Just anytime like somebody complains about anything, just that happens sometimes, man. That happens sometimes. Like damn, can't argue with that. Me when I go on rants in my head and forget that I actually have responsibilities. Yeah.
Haven't you?
Keep getting lost in menus. Alright. So do you think this is going to be one of the story quests where they just introduce like a some generic NPC in the middle of it? That kind of just takes up...
There's another event going on at the Court of Fontaine! Look at that! Roadside signs as far as the eye can see! Let's see what they're for. Fontaine Fashion Week?
They introduce an NPC that just takes the spotlight away from the character that the quest is based around.
Is this really okay? I told you I could do it using the leftover funds from the original deposit. Don't tell me you're afraid that I cheaped out on the dress.
No, not at all. I have only the fullest faith in your work, Miss Chiori. I'm just in shock, that's all. It's always been my dream to wear a Chioriya boutique dress for my wedding. I really thought the chance had passed me
Is this
by.
the NPC that it's gonna be about?
Wait, isn't that
The
Chiori?
entire
She's
quest?
actually at her shop today? Oh, you've got a point there. Well, once she's done with her customer, we can go and ask her.
That
I'm a
happened to
woman of my
Yoimiya
If I say I
twice.
can do something, then it'll be done. The first rule of business
She
is to
had
always
2
keep your
quests.
promises.
They were
Now,
both about
Remember to not
some
boil it
random
down
NPC.
or store it under direct sunlight. I'd recommend only taking it out on the day of the wedding. But from the look on your face, I can tell that may be a little difficult for you.
Oh, I'll try my best. Once he sees me in this, his jaw is gonna drop straight to the floor.
Chiori, you're actually
She better
at the
leave.
shop today.
Is that really so shocking? It is mine, after all. Anything you're looking for today? A custom design, or perhaps some ready-to-wear outfits for kids?
They really told the English voice actor, can you do like a stereotypical, like, uptight fashion designer voice? I'm afraid I don't have anything in your price range.
If news of the event has reached your ears, I suppose
There's a
the
Walmart
Fontaine
down the
Apparel
street that you can
Association's
check out.
advertising efforts have paid off.
Are there any fun and popular activities that we can take part in?
Ugh, Fashion Week isn't what I'd call fun, but it certainly always attracts a crowd. It's a fashion extravaganza that only takes place once a year, after all.
Will you be showing off some of your designs too?
Of course. All designers at the Court of Fontaine use the week to advertise their brand. If you're lucky, you could even land a large amount of orders as soon as the main show ends. Come to think of it, it was also at a previous Fashion Week that our label first took off.
Aren't you pretty much an
Funny to have
established
like
now?
a character that
People still buy
designs
your clothes
outfits
even if you don't participate
in a
this year,
game
right?
where you barely have any
Yeah, that's not quite how it works.
alternate costumes for
While many
characters.
people buy clothes for fit and style, the fashion industry also strongly values a label's artistic vision and creative direction. Why would anyone patronize a label that hasn't even bothered to put out any new designs for the year? In the end, fashion is just a representation of the spirit of the times. People support your brand because they support the vision it represents.
Huh. Okay, so maybe fashion's more complicated than Paimon thought. All that complicated stuff aside, you're saying we'll be able to see new Chioriya designs at the show?
Absolutely. The designs have already been finalized. I'm just waiting for the fabrics to arrive.
Considering I kind of
Ooh, are you
skipped
using
the
materials
event
you can't
that
get at
Chiori
Fontaine?
was
Well,
introduced
I
in.
still have a certain partiality to Inazuma-made fabrics. The textures
I
are
really don't
pleasant
know
to the
anything
touch,
about her.
and their
So I
familiarity
should probably
gives
like
me a
pay
sense of
attention to this
security.
quest.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's that feeling of home.
Ugh, something like that. Yes.
We're a long way from Inazuma, though. Aren't you concerned that your shipment might get lost or stolen
Those
along the
shoes,
way?
though, man. She's living in the
No need to
year
worry.
in
I've already taken
2035.
steps to ensure that it'll arrive safely. I've entrusted the job to Komani Express's most reliable courier.
Oh, here she
Excuse
comes
me.
now.
Coming through! Coming through! Chiori, your shipment's here. I know it's quite late, so I'm really sorry.
Imagine somebody delivered your Amazon package dressed like this.
Deep breaths, Kirara, then start again.
Oh, so Kirara's the courier you were talking about.
Oh, hey, Traveler and Paimon. Fancy seeing you here in Fontaine. It's been a while. Wait a second. This is the second time that you've seen me flub a delivery job now, isn't it? Oh,
That's true.
You somehow always happen to catch me off my game.
I actually like briefly
So, what
quit
was
the
the
game,
Sailing
and
away,
Kirara came out during that time.
No, nothing
So
like
I
that.
also don't know anything
I
about
just
this character.
ran into a bit of trouble, that's all.
Bandits, then? Or treasure hoarders? A few run-ins on the road aren't usually enough to give you any trouble.
Well, I didn't run into anyone exactly. I just got a little lost.
Keeping you honest as always, I see.
Alright.
So
I
she
was
has
stopped by
a
a group of bandits as soon as I entered Fontaine.
she
They
has
were
a
little
Pinocchio
different
nose.
from the ones I usually run into. I could hear them mumbling about Komunia Express.
You know
It
that
was
she's not lying if her
obvious they
tails
were
are
looking for someone
fidgeting.
with 2 tails.
So it was a targeted hit?
I got the sense that they were actually targeting Chiori's goods.
My fabric shipment?
Yeah, they said that I could go as long as I left the goods with them. Otherwise, they'd stuff me into my delivery box and toss me into the sea to drown.
Damn.
Oh, are you okay, Kirara?
Oh, I'm good. I'm still a yokai after all. I turned them over to the guards.
They
It just took me a
threatened to
while
have
round
her
them all up.
sleeping with the fishes.
Well, it's not completely out of the ordinary for one of your deliveries to get intercepted. But it still doesn't make sense how you knew it was my goods they were after. You've got other deliveries to make in Fontaine, don't you? Is there something else that you're keeping from me?
Huh? Well...
Perhaps I need to reconsider how many stars to give you in my review.
Damn.
You always know how to get me, Chiori. Alright, I'll talk.
Wait until Yelp hears about this.
So, I kinda wanted to know why anyone would order a hit on me, so I spent a bit of time investigating. One of the bandits had a loose tongue, which saved me some time. He said that a certain person had commissioned them to intercept Chiori
A
Boutique's
Fashion
delivery.
Week competitor.
Who might this person be?
Chiori, why don't we just...
It was the
let
head
this
of
one go?
Nike all
I
along.
mean, I didn't really get injured, and you've still got Fashion Week to worry about.
I appreciate your kindness, Kirara, but if I don't teach this person a lesson, I doubt they'll stop here. Anyone that dares to mess with one of my friends deserves a stern talking to and then some.
All right. The guy said that the commissioner was someone by the name of Uter.
Uter.
I would have mispronounced that.
Wouldn't you say,
Uther.
Kirara?
Luther without an O.
Exactly why I didn't want to bring it up to you.
So you both know this Uter guy?
Through Chiori's complaints about him, sure. He's a fellow fashion designer who's made it his goal in life to make hers as miserable as possible.
So he's like a business rival.
A rival is what you call someone who fights you fair and square. Uter, however, just has it out for me as a designer. He's publicly disparaged my design choices, my use of materials. He's practically tried every trick in the book to ruin my good name.
That snort.
I've already warned him before to compete with me fair and square, but I guess he prefers playing dirty. Well, I'm more than happy to oblige.
Wait, Chiori, where are you going?
To teach someone a lesson. You must be tired after your long journey. Why don't you rest in my shop for a little while before heading back?
Chiori!
And she's gone.
Oh no. What should we do?
You seem concerned. Should we be worried about Chiori?
I actually don't have any like
She's always been the
5-star
type of person to
Geo
face things head
characters.
on, but with her fiery temper, I'm just worried whatever she's about to do will feel negative.
It's true, they don't have any
about her
5-star
before the start
standard
of
Geo
Fashion Week.
characters still.
Traveler, Paimon, could you go after and check out the situation for me? As a formal employee of Komunia Express, it wouldn't be appropriate for me to get involved.
I think when Chiori was
Take care
leaked,
of Chiori.
her numbers were
well,
so bad
to
that
be
like
honest,
people thought
I'm more worried about that Uter
people
guy's
thought she would go
safety.
on the standard banner. Same as Dea. And the Dea situation was so weird. It's like she got leaked. Initially people thought she was a 4-star, and then she was changed later to a 5-star. And then like her numbers were leaked. They were already kind of bad, or her kit was kind of bad. And then they just kind of kept nerfing her numbers. So then she just kept getting worse. And then literally the day before the Genshin live stream, like the official one, one guy just came in and he like leaked that she was going on the standard banner, and then he was right. And he also leaked some other stuff, but I can't remember, but he was also right about that.
Officer?
Nothing good ever comes out of you addressing me like that. Oh, and I see the Traveler and Paimon are here too.
Her voice is so normal.
Chevraz, we meet again.
For someone who definitely does not look normal.
Well, things have been fine on my end. We were able to bring in a large number of recruits thanks to that film we made. I suppose the trade-off is that I'm now constantly getting stopped for autographs while out on patrol.
Film you
Not
made in
ideal,
the
if you ask
event
me.
that I only played like half of.
You were one of the leading roles after all.
So, did something happen?
Indeed it did. I'll need you to come with me.
I only ever hear that phrase from you. Usually I'm the one asking people to do that.
Well, are you coming?
Not before I know what you're planning.
Have I ever made a bad call?
The better question is, have you ever made one that didn't violate proper procedure?
Every time I do these quests,
man
I'm like,
hired a group
oh,
of
maybe I
bandits to
should
mug
pull
my
for this
friend.
5-star character.
I'm about to go teach him a lesson.
Are you sure this is something you should be
But
telling
then
the
I'm like,
captain of
nah,
the special
gotta
patrol?
stay
It's
strong
getting hard to tell whether
for
you're here to
Pyro
report a
Archon.
case or turn yourself in for one.
Neither. I'm requesting personal supervision from said captain, so I don't do anything too out of line.
Are you planning to?
Not if I can help it.
Watch Pyro Archon be like a huge disappointment.
All right. Where is this person?
Follow me.
And always happens to the things that I'm looking forward to.
Just promise you'll start trying to keep yourself out of trouble.
Well, when trouble stops coming my way, I'll be sure to get on that.
Like Capcom. Hello, someone's friend. Welcome to the stream. Like Capcom was on like a hot streak until, and then Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out and they decide to like completely mess it up
This should be the place.
with like weird microtransactions and stuff.
You know, Chevraz.
How you doing,
I
someone's
get
friend?
the sense that you
How's
two are
your
actually
week
pretty
been?
close.
Welcome
It's
to the
just as
stream.
Chiori said. We got to know each other pretty well in our lines of work. You could call it a you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours sort of situation.
Does Chiori often need your help?
I'd say it's mutual. The Special Patrol needs her help quite often as well. We've got tough problems of our own. Getting people to talk, for example.
Your week has been good.
The uniform,
That is good to hear.
musket, they're intimidating. Most people clam up the minute they see us. Lips sealed so tight, getting them to talk almost feels like trying to break into the fortress of Maripede. But put them in a clothing boutique, and they suddenly start gushing faster than the waters at the Fountain of Lucine.
Oh, is it because they're trying to show off or something?
Yep. People are vain creatures. They can't help but want to talk up new developments in their lives or show off how much they know about other people.
So yeah, we're just doing the
Nothing brings out that
Chiori
sort of
story
vanity
quest.
quite like fashion.
As
a result,
next week
Chiori
is gonna
often
be
picks up on all kinds of information in her shop.
Sigwin's
Most of her
story
customers are
quest.
members of the upper class, which means
And then
they're
the week
pretty
after
much
that,
up
we're
to
gonna
the
play
gills in wealth and intel.
Zenless Zone Zero,
You scratch
Hoyo
my
versus
back
New
and I'll
Game.
scratch yours. Huh, Paimon gets it now.
Exactly.
That is the plan.
I'm also here
I
to
also
ensure Chiori's
recorded 2
safety.
videos,
Those who make trouble for her also tend
live
to be
action
rich and
skits,
powerful.
very short ones. So I just have to edit those and
And in some
upload
very
those.
rare cases, I'm forced to
One of them
protect
is
other
very
people
green
from
screen
Chiori
heavy,
herself.
so we'll see how that goes.
So,
But I
good
think I
luck on our
messed
case
up
this
on that
time.
one.
It's been a while
I think,
since I last saw her.
I think I
again,
needed a
anyway.
lot more lighting.
Oh, so this is what happened.
Huh? Uter, you say?
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori several times already. He's fond of pretty much every dirty trick in the book. I heard that even the Maison Gardiennage issued him a warning due to his behavior. So he's back at it, huh? His funeral, I guess.
Whoa, what's this about a funeral all of a sudden?
I just meant that Uter's done for. Now bring it in, you two. Get right up close.
Sure, but why?
Because this is probably going to turn into one of those very rare cases I just talked about.
Well, I guess we got him, guys.
What are you doing? Stay away from me!
Has anyone ever taught you the definition of stupidity?
Huh?
Is that a Far Cry reference?
Stupidity is doing the same
Of course it
meaningless
is.
thing over and over again. It appears you've forgotten what I told you before.
Has anyone
So,
ever told you the
allow me to
definition of
refresh your
insanity?
memory. Lay off the dirty tricks. Oh, and if you dare lay your hands on my friend again, you can expect a far less pleasant landing next time.
Ahem. Chiori?
Officer, an assault's in progress! Please, officer, you've got to do
Chiori
something!
definitely has attitude.
Of course.
I mean,
I'll do
she's a
my
fashion
utmost to
designer.
investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was chatting with this traveler and seemed to have missed what happened. Not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene, I'm sure I'll be able to collect some useful evidence. You don't mind, do you? There's nothing in there that would implicate you in any illegal activity. I would
Chiori
hope.
has the cops in her
I-
pocket.
Gah, forget it. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such disorderly conduct in the future, especially out in the open like this.
Apologies, officer. I guess you could say I'm just used to tossing out any trash I come across on the street.
Damn. Bars.
Is there anything else either of you have to say for yourselves?
That's all from me. I sincerely hope that today's events will never happen again.
We'll see about that.
We'll see who cancels who.
Whoa, that scared the heck out of Paimon! How did he just go
You fix my
flying about
backrest.
like that?
Such a graceful arc.
You're too kind.
Now's not the time to be accepting compliments.
Mood hair
What
mad.
happened to not doing anything too out of line?
Yeah.
Oh, not if I could help it, is what I said. And I think I kept to that. I started with a verbal warning, but he displayed neither shame nor remorse. If anything, he kept running his mouth with insults and threats.
Insults and threats so bad that he deserved to be tossed out like a sack of trash?
Believe it or not, they were that bad. He deserved to get knocked down a peg. It's the only way to get him to stop.
You
You
could
know, I'm
have
down for
reported him
like
to the guards.
Genshin quests.
I will. take
Story
some
quests
time for them to
introducing more
gather
characters
evidence.
as long as they're like
He
playable
denied
characters.
that he ever had anything to do with those bandits. I don't want anything else
Because then
to
it
happen
actually gives them
during
like
Fontaine
more
Fashion Week.
characterization.
On top of that, if Kirara is going to continue delivering goods for me, the least I can do is guarantee her safety. Oh, that reminds me. There is another favor I'd like to ask of you today.
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your favor quota for the day.
Have I? Well,
Do you think we've
it's a
seen
good
the
thing I was
last of
planning on taking
Uther?
an advance on tomorrow's quota then.
Don't you think you're maxed out on advances already?
I always pay you back in information, don't I? It's just like you said. You scratch my back, and I scratch yours.
Please stop saying that. That's such a weird saying. Like, people don't normally ask each other to, like, scratch each other's backs. Like, that's just kind of strange. Where am I climbing? I feel like I'm never able to navigate Fontaine well. Oh, it is up, though. Oh, it's at her... It's at her shop. I'll just fast travel. It's definitely too intimate. I don't know about that, but like I feel like, I mean, can't you just scratch your own back? I could reach. Like, Why would you ask somebody else? I don't know.
We're back.
You were gone for an awfully long time. Oh, please tell me nothing bad happened.
There's nothing to worry about. All you need to know is that you'll never have to worry about someone in Fontaine messing with your deliveries again.
Sorry, Chiori. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble.
Depends
What are you
where
talking
on your
about?
back it's itchy.
You didn't do anything wrong. Those greedy bandits are to blame, along with a certain someone who doesn't know when to lay off the petty tricks.
You can always just like,
The next time you need to leave the city,
you can always do
special
like what
security
bears
is
do
surveillance
with
patrol.
like trees.
they'll
Where
escort
they
you
just
halfway,
like
and the Spina di Rasula
rub
can
their
take the
back.
second half.
I don't
With
know.
that sort of escort,
I
the
feel like
next
I've
time
never
you make a
asked
delivery,
somebody
those
else
treasure
to.
looters won't go anywhere near your goods. Unless, of course, it's to offer to carry them for you.
Good one, Chiori.
I'm being serious. You know me. If I bring something up, you can assume it's already a done deal. You're going back to Inazuma tomorrow, right?
Wait, you don't mean...
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's going to take a small detour during their daily training tomorrow. As for Navia, I'll give her a heads
Navia
up
mentioned.
There's really no need. I'm just a simple courier. I don't need to be surrounded by a bunch of armed guards. Or ones with sunglasses, for that matter. Don't you think this is a bit much?
Well, you certainly shouldn't count on such a procession for every trip you make to Fontaine. It's just a one-off thing, for my own peace of mind. It'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who dare to mess with my friends.
Please stop saying this.
Well, if you think it's a good idea, Traveler, then I guess it's fine.
Well, with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything should be good to go for Fontaine Fashion Week, right?
I
What if the
believe so.
quest was just over
I'll try to
and
churn
the
out a
stream
few
was
more
1
outfits
hour?
over the next few days. I've heard a lot of suppliers will be participating this year.
Paimon's gonna take a guess and say if suppliers are super important.
But of course, they supply us designers with funding, equipment, factory access. You have to work with them if you want to become a truly renowned fashion house. That's also why this year's Fashion Week is so important to me.
But isn't your brand already really famous, Chiori? Your clothes are so pretty and so nice to wear. I
You
can't
can't
help
be
but
mad
brag
at me
about them
because
to my
I was
customers whenever I get
mean
the
to your
chance.
friend.
Even so,
Chiori.
I would imagine there are still people who've never heard of the Chioria brand, yes?
Well, I mean, with the amount of places that I deliver to, it's only natural that some people from other nations haven't heard of it.
Then it's still not famous enough. My goal is to make the Chioria brand renowned throughout all of Teyvat.
All of it? Your business would have to get pretty huge then.
Wait, would that mean I could just go to any Chioria branch on the continent to get my clothes fixed? It has been pretty inconvenient having to come to Fontaine every time I need to get them patched up.
Alternatively, of course, you could just be a bit more careful with them. They're already about as durable as I can make them.
Okay, I'll admit, they do get snagged on branches pretty often, but I can't help it. It's hard to be careful about that sort of thing when you're trying to take a nice nap in a tree.
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should do
So
our
like
best to make
Kirara
it
is
reality.
a
Is there anything we can do to help out with that?
she's like a
dream?
Nekomata or whatever. Basically
sure
a
I could think of
cat girl
something.
without the ears.
Ooh, what is it? What is it?
Why is she the only one
Why
in
don't
this
you come to
game?
my shop tomorrow and
Like I don't think
model
I've
Simply put,
like she just
you'll
kind of
serve as my
exists.
living mannequin.
Just one.
Oh,
We
so
haven't
get
seen
to
any
try
others.
Some of your clothes? Got it.
Seeing them off the rack will also give me the chance to make some small adjustments to the stitching and the silhouette of the designs.
Sounds easy enough.
No need. We've already booked the models for that.
Cat deliver.
If you like them, though, feel free to visit the boutique and see if anything catches your eye. I'll even give you a special discount.
Ooh, sounds great. Paimon was just starting to get curious about all this design
I was
stuff.
saying earlier, like what
Then we have a
if
deal.
what if you get your
You'll know
Amazon
about
package
Traveler.
delivered by somebody
And-
dressed like this?
I don't know. Paimon here will show off some kids' designs. I'll see you both tomorrow then.
Yep, sounds good.
I don't think I would open the door.
Clothes. Paimon told you already, she's not a little kid.
Like, nah, you can leave it in the mailbox. Wait until the next morning. Gotta love it when they do that. She has us getting up at 6 a.m. Oh, the sun's... Okay, the sun is out. It's just still dark here. Wait, you can go inside?
Chiori, we're here!
That was the loudest... that was the
The
highest
shop yet.
I've ever heard a human voice go.
Wait, has Kirara left already?
Yep.
How did she
for the
do
special
that?
patrol, bright and early.
Everything go all right on the road?
I don't even know if the microphone picked that
I
up.
believe so. The patrol makes for quite the entourage. The way they marched
Oh, I'm never
forward
doing
with
that
Kirara
again.
in the center, you'd think she was some sort of VIP. For the second leg, the Spina also came with a pretty large group,
Navia with her
led by Navia
sunglasses.
herself. They took care to clear the path beforehand as well. Kirara won't so much as step on a single stray rock on her journey. I even heard that Navia decided out of the blue to make a batch of macarons as a going-away gift for Kirara. An excellent souvenir to remember Fontaine by, I'd say.
Sounds like Navia really got into it.
My thoughts exactly. She
Pansy
even
tried to
lamented
do
the fact that she didn't
Paimon's
have time to
voice.
prepare something even fancier.
Oh, and I just tried to do it, and
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
want
she
to
can't
do.
wait
I
for
don't
another
want to do
escort
that again.
opportunity to come her way.
You know, now that you mention Navia, Paimon thinks the two of you are actually pretty similar. You say what you mean, and when you have an idea, you really hit the ground running.
I suppose that's why we're such good friends. Navia has a certain resilience about her. It's part of who she is. No matter what comes her way, she never bows down in the face of adversity. That sort of determination and courage is something I really admire. That same spirit is the true vision of my brand. When she first mentioned commissioning an outfit from my boutique, well,
So is
I'm
Navia's
sure you
like
can imagine my
normal
excitement.
outfit from
Like
Chiori?
finding the perfect brand ambassador, huh?
Indeed. Customers pay attention not just to the clothes, but also to the figures in society who wear said clothes. People like to copy the styles of those they look up to.
Huh. And here Paimon thought all that mattered was for the clothes to look cute.
Fashion is about more than just looks, my dear. Especially if you've got your sights set on a market the size of Teyvat. Well, would you look at the time?
Oh yeah. Come on, let's
Chiori
get
made
down to business
Navia
with the
outfit
top
or dress.
model.
So she did
Indeed.
actually make.
Give me a moment while I go retrieve some fabrics and sample outfits.
Oh,
Why
that
don't
would
you
explain why
help me set up the shelf displays in the
why she
meantime?
has such a great
Set them
design.
up. How exactly?
Just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their types and styles. This way, we can guarantee that the customers
She's
will
got a
see
lot of
something different
kimonos
every
here.
day.
Whoa, there sure is a lot that goes into running a store.
Well then, I'll leave the displays to you.
So, we just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
She just has an Inazuma wall and then a Fontaine wall. I'm so good at video games. No other person playing this game did that
Not
fast.
bad. You might just have an eye for design.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's move on to the real task at hand. Over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Are we about to get a
good
new
morning,
outfit?
Lynn. How have you been recently?
Just to get interrupted by an NPC?
Not too bad.
Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball. Or did you come here today because you'd like to make a new request, perhaps?
Oh, no. nothing like that.
And like I
Mr.
said
Chiori.
last time, I really doubt they would
To
make
be
a
honest,
traveler outfit,
I
like costume.
came here today to cancel my order for that gown.
Cancel your order.
But you can keep the deposit, of course. I know you can't return any materials you've already used.
Don't worry about the materials. I'm
Don't
more concerned
worry about
you.
the
Did
materials.
something happen, Leanne?
The way she said
Have your
that.
plans changed? It's all right. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you. I'll take note of the cancellation.
Thank you. I'm really sorry.
That
Don't worry.
loot hair has something
Just
to
let
do
me
with
know if there's
this.
anything I can do to help.
Is it just Paimon, or was she acting a bit strange just now? Wonder why she wouldn't tell us why
I
she
bet
was
loot
missing
hair
her
has
order.
something to do with this.
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a while. A family emergency, an important payday falling through, a lover's quarrel, no one to take you to the ball. I've pretty much heard it all. Judging from the look on her face, something's keeping her from revealing the truth to us. It's best not to pry.
Well, guess this means you'll have more time to work on Fashion Week, right?
That's true. Come, let's pick up where we left off.
Is Miss Chiori in?
Gee, is she in? Says him looking straight at her. NPCs, man.
I am. How can I help you?
I'd like to cancel my order because
I'd
loot hair
like
told me
return this
to.
item.
Oh. Could I ask why?
It's just, not to my liking. You said I could get a refund if I wasn't satisfied, so that's why I'm here.
Is there something about it that didn't meet your expectations? Are the sleeves too short? Or is the color too dark? I can always make those adjustments for you.
Oh, no need. You don't have to concern yourself with that. I'd just like that refund, please.
And I'd be happy to process that for you. If you could just tell me the cause of your dissatisfaction.
Is Chiori here? I'd like to return my outfit.
Another one?
Is there some sort of new calamity coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? What does the prophecy
Another
say this
flood.
time? You'll be spared if you get rid of all your clothes. Surely the entire population of Fontaine didn't convene and pick this one day to come and return my clothes. What is going on?
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh? The way I see it, this shop is nothing more than a black market front run by a bunch of dirty criminals.
Please calm down, sir.
What is he talking about?
Haven't you heard? Chiori Boutique has been exposed for having close ties with criminals. It's all over the papers.
And just who is it that dares to throw that accusation around?
His name
Well,
is Loot
you
Hair.
tell us. The fabrics you've got here, they're all sourced from underground factories, aren't they?
I've been transparent about my materials from the very beginning. I've already proved there's nothing wrong with them. If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you, then by all means, go ahead and hand over your garments right now.
You there.
Spare yourself from that flood of yours. Or have you not been convinced of that one just yet?
You...
Elof!
Miss Chiori?
Go outside and help these customers with their return requests. There's no need to ask them why.
Alright.
And once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
Got it.
You can't refund it if we're closed. Good plan.
Chiori.
They couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. No need to worry about them. I'm sure they'll go away on their own in a few days. The real goal here is to divert my attention away from Fashion Week. The best response right now is to tune it out and focus on finalizing my designs.
If you say so, but Paimon still can't help but worry.
The best way to respond to public skepticism is to let your work speak for itself. There will be no doubt about the quality of my work once my new designs are released. The public just has to see it for themselves.
Miss Chiori, bad news!
Bad news, I
Oh,
lost the
for the love of-
closed sign.
Can a woman not get a moment of peace to do her work?
We can't close
Go
the
on.
store.
What's the matter now?
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer be able to supply us during Fashion Week.
Oh, now they've gone too
No
far.
accessories? Not even the ones we pre-ordered?
Yes, that's what their messenger said.
And what about the models we asked them to book for us?
I think...
Chiori is
they'll
about to
probably pull
put
out as
these
well.
scissors to use.
Even the suppliers believe those nasty rumors?
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already left.
So, no accessories means no brooches, no bow ties, things like that?
Not just that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread, all the elements that lend life and soul to my designs.
But if you take those away, does that mean you won't be able to make your designs at all?
Alof, you stay and watch the shop. I'll go talk to the supplier myself.
Yeah, and we can vouch for you too. We'll make sure your supplier knows there's nothing wrong with your clothes.
Thank you. In that case, please come with me.
I mean, so far I'm enjoying this story quest. I feel like the bitrate is still lacking. Like, just looking at the preview, I don't know if this is just a low quality preview. Just on the, like, the stream monitoring screen page. I'm gonna have to check it after the stream is done. Where am I going? It's crazy that Twitch has a limit of like 6,000 bitrate. My bitrate on the last stream was 24,000. And I changed it to 30,000, so I basically added a Twitch stream's worth of bitrate onto this stream, so it better be okay.
By the way, we really are just going to talk, right?
Of course. I wouldn't do anything to one of my business partners, especially...
Especially what?
Who is it?
Venger, it's Chiori. We've worked together all these years. The least you could do is allow me a face-to-face conversation.
Yeah, we just talk.
Straightforward as always, I see. You know, there are certain conventions people usually follow if they want to seek someone's company. Sending a messenger, for example.
And when has following convention ever gotten me anywhere? Why hire a messenger when I can just explain things in
This guy's like a
person?
5-minute walk away.
Have you read the papers today?
I don't like to waste my time on baseless lies and speculation. Maybe that's something you should consider as well.
Damn.
You're right.
Just calling out the fake
I only
news.
subscribe to the Steambird, and most days I never even read the others.
So, these rumors. The Steambird was the one that published them?
No, not at all. They were in some second-rate fashion tabloids.
Well then, there you go.
Second rate.
Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can read them. Surely a bit of tabloid drama isn't worth cutting off my supply.
You would think that. But this time is different. Someone paid off the tabloids to publish the same article at once. They even went so far as to leave a copy in front of every house. That's how I first learned.
Gee, I wonder who's
Every
behind all
house?
this.
That means someone must have been planning this for a very long time.
It seems your rival really pulled out all the stops this time, Chiori. The article was even published alongside a photo of you.
What sort of photo?
A photo of you beating up someone on the street yesterday.
Yesterday? Wait, that means...
Ucher again.
Here, I've got a copy. See for yourselves.
He took a snapshot from his Ring doorbell of Chiori beating him up. Let's see. Do I really want to read all this? Working with criminals, she's a real brute, Chiori sucks, It's a lot of text. We get the idea, I think. She employs illegal competitive tactics to come out on top.
Behind the scenes, the true Chiori boutique takes shape. Not a fashion house,
But a house of lies.
relying on its close ties to the criminal underworld. The Chiori brand employs illegal competitive tactics to come out on top, giving hope to the evildoers among us that wrongdoing can still prevail.
See,
provided
she's
we
rating it for
conceal
us.
under the guise of fashion. and
Imagine how
beauty.
silly I would have felt.
I don't know what happened, and I don't want to comment on things that I didn't see with my own eyes. Still, that photo shows you to be the clear aggressor.
Yeah, he was the one who started it, that little...
I appreciate you standing up for me, Paimon. But it can't be helped now.
That's right. The court of public opinion has already made up its mind. Still, I've got to give your rival high marks for effort. They even dug up the fact that my father once served time in the fortress of Meripede.
But that was so long ago.
In the world of fashion, your past is like a piece of clothing stained with mud. Once tainted, it can never be washed clean. They claim that most of your clientele are criminals and that those who buy your clothes are just like you. People who silence all dissent with violence.
The absurdity. I don't even know which part to laugh at the most.
Well, it's no laughing matter. Maybe your clientele are criminals. Maybe they're not. There's even the possibility that they're just people who happen to commit crimes after buying your
A lot of
clothes.
the NPCs I
But
feel
with
have
the way
good
this article combines fact and
English
rumor,
voice actors.
trying to determine the truth is practically an exercise of futility. It's not something people are just going to forget about in a day or two, especially when they've found several people to back up their claims.
I mean, I guess with the NPCs, you don't really have to worry about like if a
you
voice
sure
really
you
fits the
won't
character's
reconsider?
personality.
If we go through with
'Cause
the
I don't
show
really have
together,
one.
we can defeat
So
them
you can
fair
just,
and
like,
square.
Find any good voice actor and it'll
If
probably
I
work.
were younger, I might have said yes. But I'm no longer that brave young man with nothing to lose. I've got the family business to consider now. I'd be perfectly happy to work with you again after this, but my daughter is manning the store during Fashion Week, and I don't want her implicated in all of this. She doesn't deserve to be swarmed by all that negative publicity.
I understand.
Let me offer you a piece of advice, Chiori. For old time's sake. Let this Fashion Week go. There's always next year. You just need to wait for all of this to blow over.
You're free to wait things
They'll
out,
just-
Bender. I'll make my own choices.
They'll just pull the same thing next year.
Have you ever thought maybe that attitude of yours is what's gotten you into all this trouble?
Have you ever thought maybe this attitude of mine is precisely what paved the way for my success?
Well, fair enough. Then I suppose all there's left to say is best of luck. As for the models, none of them wanted to be implicated in all of this either.
Understood. Take care.
Let's just burn Uther's house down.
So, what should we do now?
Like, why not?
Without the
At
accessories,
this point.
I can no longer use my old designs.
How could they do this? They're making
No, I don't
things up.
advocate
The boutique
violence
doesn't have
or
anything to do with violent criminals. Can't
anything
people
like-
tell this is just a bunch of lies?
Public opinion has never been about what's true and what's not.
But if we know that
It's
he's
about
like
echoing the
the
loudest
one
voice in
doing
the
this,
room.
then we just have to
I should
like
have seen it from the beginning.
sabotage
Uther
him.
knows me too well. Everything that happened yesterday.
Wait for karma to get to him.
Well, guess all we can do is just head back for now.
Well, 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 if it isn't the reporter.
Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Looking for you, of course. Did you see those fashion tabloids this morning?
Oh, that's true. It wasn't the
Sorry,
Steambird
it's for an
that
article? Oh, just
did those
thinking about it
reports.
makes Paimon's blood boil.
You too, huh? Whoever wrote that article must have known the Steambird would never print something so defamatory. Unfortunately, not all papers in Fontaine share our same sense of journalistic integrity. Miss Chiori doesn't deserve to suffer all this baseless slander. I was just about to find some people to interview so that I can write an article to refute all those claims. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people who misrepresent and distort the facts.
That's great.
Why does Paimon
With your help, we might be able
now
to get
sound
some
like
people back on our
meow?
side.
I think it's probably just like,
It's my pleasure. I've met Miss Chiori several times. I know she's not the kind of person that article makes her out to be.
I guess like when you have to do like this like
high
high-pitched voice, then I think like it's gonna do some,
Speaking of Miss Chiori, do you know where she went? Ayla
it's
told me
gonna
you were
affect
all
some
together.
words.
She was just here. Maybe she went over there? Let's go check.
But I know what you mean.
If you ask me, I think Chiori Boutique is done for.
I mean, what did they expect? Engaging with criminals behind their customers' backs.
Thank you, person idly chatting by the roadside. I hope you make it into the credits.
Front, though. I've even bought from them before. Really? How was it?
The owner was plenty fierce, that's for sure. Makes sense if she regularly deals with criminals, I guess. I've got the chills just thinking about it.
No, I don't have any Fontaine 5 stars, do I? Oh yeah, I don't.
Oh, no,
I never
lost
pulled for
her.
any Fontaine
Did you hear
5
what
stars.
all those people were saying? Paimon can't believe they bought all that nonsense.
Miss Chiori doesn't
See,
often
even
appear
like
in public or give
nonsense,
a lot
the
of
word
interviews,
nonsense,
so the
she
general
says
public
it like
hasn't had a chance to really get
neon-sense.
to know her. It's
So I think
also
it's just
true that her way of
something with
dealing
like
things
ends.
can be a little extreme sometimes. It's easy to use that to mislead people who don't know anything else about her.
This is all Uter's fault. Paimon would pick him up and throw him across the room too if she could. Wait a second.
And throw him in the lake.
You don't think Chiori might have gone looking for him, do you? You know, so she can, finish what she started?
That would only make the situation worse for her. I'm sure Miss Chiori knows that too.
You've got a point.
Loot Hair is about to be sleeping with the fishes. She's gonna put him in a delivery box and throw him into the lake.
We're back! Oh, who's this?
Ah, this is Miss Letitia. She's also here to see Miss Chiori.
Oh, you were the one who came to collect the wedding dress yesterday, right?
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just here to thank her. In fact, if there's anything I can do to help her out, I'd be more than willing.
Ah, so you've come across that article as well.
Yeah, you probably don't know this, but after I got engaged, I didn't think I'd be able to wear a Chiori dress on my wedding day.
Why?
My fiancé owns a small business. It doesn't bring in a lot of mora, but we get by. After he proposed, he took me to Chiori Boutique, and we put down a custom order for a dress. He probably noticed how often I talked about Miss Chiori's clothes, and how pretty they were. Being able to wear one of her dresses to my wedding has always been my dream.
And then?
And then, something happened to the business, and we ran into major mora problems. We were able to scrounge up enough to pay off our debts, but it left us without the funds to pay for the dress.
But didn't Chiori say she was able to make the dress from what was left of the original deposit?
Yes. When I came to cancel the order, she asked if something happened, and she heard me out.
Sorry, I
and then
didn't mean
told
to
me
skip
not
that.
to worry. She assured me that the deposit I paid would be enough for the dress, and that she'd be able to finish making it in time as well. She promised that I'd be able to wear a Chiori dress on my wedding day.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? I've always known Miss Chiori to be a woman of her word.
It is good. It's just, after I went home yesterday, I couldn't help but take out the dress and try it on. My fiancé happened to walk into the room and
She told
when he
her
saw me, he froze on
to
the
wear it
spot.
on the day of the wedding.
Ah, what a shame. He's not supposed to see it until the wedding day.
You give an
Well,
NPC one
see,
job.
That wasn't actually the issue. He's seen a lot of wedding dresses in his time doing business. So as soon as he saw it, he knew for sure that it must have cost far more than what we paid.
Huh? So wait, that means...
Yeah. Miss Chiori covered all the costs and held nothing back. The fabric, accessories, beading, construction. It was all of the highest quality.
Miss Letitia, I'd really like to use your story for a piece I'm writing about the boutique. Would you mind going on the record?
Huh? Well, if it would help Miss Chiori out, I wouldn't mind at all.
I think it'd go a long way. Your real experience is more powerful than all those lies combined.
Hey, Olaf! Has Chiori come back here since we left?
Huh? I thought you were all together.
Well, we were. If she didn't come back here, then do you know of any other places she could have gone?
Luther is currently running out of air
I remember
while they're having
there was
this
one
conversation.
cliff by the sea. Miss Chiori would always go there whenever she was upset.
In that case, why don't we split up? I'll continue interviewing Miss Letitia, and you two can go look for Miss Chiori.
All right, sounds good. Let's go.
Alright, let's see what she's up to. You gotta love these birds. They're just vibing. Look at that. Rule of thirds. Oh, it would have been bad if I hit them. Look like Diluc and Kaya. Yeah, except they would never get along. Oh, hey. And it must suck for Risley mains having to gather all these. That baited me. I thought that was a chest I could gather. Oh, she is just chilling. It's pretty dangerous.
There you are, Chiori!
Uh-huh. How did you know where I... Alof told you, didn't she?
She did. We were just looking for you at the shop and Letitia was there. She wanted to thank you for the dress. So, you see? You don't have to be sad. We'll figure out how to get through this together.
I'm not upset. I just wanted to get some fresh air. Want to sit here with me? The view's quite stunning.
See, even he's scared.
Don't worry. I'll catch you if you fall.
Alright, don't mind if
I mean, we
do.
have wing gliders or whatever they're called. I'm just noticing that, that thing I haven't unlocked.
Well, how does it feel?
This place is pretty great.
Right? It's quiet and open, and far from the relentless critique from fashion commentators and the media. It's just you and the beautiful scenery.
So these, like, stills that they have here, like, do they render these, or do they draw them? Like, do they use the 3D models and just, like, render it? Well, they probably use the 3D model and then just, like, trace over it, I guess. That's most likely what it is.
It's important to take yourself out of that kind of stressful environment every once in a while.
I didn't grow up in a very strict family. My parents would joke that I grew up to be so assertive because they spoiled me as a child. I would get together with the other children to climb trees and explore caves. One time, I even climbed over the walls of the Kamisato estate. One of the servants had to physically remove me.
Whoa, Paimon would have never imagined that.
But even as rambunctious as I was, when it came to needlework, I was as quiet and focused as could be. It was as if I discovered a whole new world within those vibrant, dazzling fabrics. You know the feeling?
Sorta.
My parents noticed, and they sent me to study under a famous Inazuman tailor. It wasn't long before I had driven away pretty much every master tailor on the archipelago. You could say I really tried their patience.
You were that misbehaved?
I wasn't misbehaved, exactly. I just often had strange ideas when it came to fashion. Ones that weren't in line with traditional ways of doing things. On top of that, I hated the idea of groveling and making outfits for every arrogant big shot expecting me to be at their beck and call. Anyway, a few incidents later, I soon found myself without a master. Worse, not one shop was willing to hire me. Not even
And then you
Duke
came to
Wentworth.
Fontaine.
No wonder you left Inazuma.
I was angry and frustrated. So, before I left, I swore to all those masters that my brand would one day become renowned all over Teyvat.
And then she
That's
just
a
makes
great dream to
kimonos
strive towards.
After that,
that just look like
I
anything
came
else
all
you
the
can
way
get
to the
from
court of
Inazuma.
Fontaine, a city often referred to as the
Judging from
capital
what
of
was in the
arts and
shop.
fashion. I had a lot of fun starting out. Sure, I was living in a small cramped room, but I was finally free to make whatever I wanted. I had a far more naive view of fashion back then. As long as something was pretty, it would become popular, right? A simple concept, surely. Of course, as I spent more and more time in the industry, I learned nothing was ever that simple. Least of all, fashion.
Well, I know someone who absolutely adored your designs.
Oh, you mean Letitia? Yeah, she did mention that dream. I'll be honest with you. That's the first time I ever heard something like that from one of my customers. Who would have thought? Even as I continue to pursue my dream, my work has also become someone else's. Alright, that's enough sightseeing for one day. Time to come up with a way out of this mess.
Ooh, looks like you've got your game face back.
Back? It was never gone to begin with. I did say I wasn't upset, didn't I?
Paimon thinks we should look for evidence that Uter wrote that article, and that he hired those treasure hoarders to attack Kirara. Charlotte's already working on an article to address all those nasty rumors so we can publish all our findings in the Steambird once we're done.
I don't like duking it out in the press. But if Charlotte's thrown her hat in the ring, I won't stop her either. I know where Uter's clothing factory is located. It might be a good place to start looking for some evidence.
Sounds good. We'll come with.
Is
As
that
for
gonna be like
Fashion
the
Week,
domain we
well,
explore?
there's always next year, right? So there's no need to be too upset.
Huh? When did this become an either-or situation? Find incriminating evidence or participate in Fashion Week. I'm doing both.
But your accessories. Didn't you say your designs were unusable
She's such
without them?
a she's such a girl
Well,
boss
it's
character.
true that I haven't quite figured out what to do about that, but to tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine, every time I see the sea, I can't help but remember Inazuma and the vow I made in front of those masters.
She's got that
Thinking
attitude.
about all that, I just can't bear to take even one step back. The sea.
She is a boss.
What did you
The sea. Seashells, coral.
You love Chiori? She is cool.
I've got it.
got what?
You don't still play the game, do you?
Come.
Someone's friend?
Let's take a dip, shall we?
I think you said that your phone couldn't handle it.
Chiori! Wait, hold up!
Dive into the sea. Yeah.
According to some of the older Eremites, it does actually rain in the desert on occasion. And when it does, it's always a lot heavier than this.
Chiori, why did you just
Good to know,
get
Dave.
into the sea all of a sudden?
I always have this in Japanese, so I don't
What do you
know.
think is the most beautiful thing in the sea?
I don't know what she's actually saying.
A Lumitwell? Or a pearl, maybe? Oh, coral's pretty too. Ah, Paimon gets it now! You want to use things like that as the accessories for your designs.
Well, now that you hit the nail on the head, help me grab some, would you?
We're gonna make a dress out of fish. It's gonna be like a Lady Gaga style dress. Does she still do that? Like really crazy dresses? Or like clothes for events? She had like a dress completely made out of milk, like meat, didn't she? I almost said milk. A dress made out of milk. Excuse me. What? Yeah, Lady Gaga, she had like a meat dress. One sec. Oh, milk dress. No, she had a meat dress. I said milk by accident. Oh, that is disgusting. That is disgusting. How do I... Can I zoom in on this? Oh, I don't want to log into Pinterest. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen for a second. I never do this, so... Oh, come on. Well, I didn't want to print it. Apparently that hotkey works for printing. One sec. How do I exit this? There we go. Now you know which printer I use. It's like getting doxxed. Yeah, that must smell absolutely terrible. That is gross. I think I need to change the hotkey for that. That's actual meat? Yeah, it is. Listen, the things you do for fashion.
Everything looks great. I've also collected a pretty big batch, so
You can also see like my bookmarks up there. You can see like the anime I bookmarked for like years ago.
Great! So are we gonna head back now and make some new designs?
I hope there was nothing incriminating there.
Yes, but don't forget, we've got more than just the designs to worry about when we get back.
I mean, I don't even think that's like the weirdest thing she wore. I mean, it's probably the weirdest thing she wore.
We've got the materials for the accessories. Next, we'll need to use what we have on hand to create some new outfits.
Like, you look at those clothes behind her. Those are just kimonos. Like, it's nothing too crazy.
You mean we have to start from scratch? Will there be enough time?
I should be able to make it, if I skip out on sleep.
Oh no, skipping out on sleep is not the answer. Wait, how come this conversation is giving Paimon major deja vu?
Sounds pretty similar to one we've had with Ganyu before. Did Ganyu have a story quest? I actually can't remember.
Ganyu? Who's that?
A friend of ours who does
right,
way
Liu.
too much overtime. Well, anyway, sleep is important. You're not gonna convince Paimon otherwise.
Well, I can't argue.
For some reason, I thought Ganyu
One
was
thing's
a
for sure, though. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it
was
work.
a Inazuman character for a second.
All this grit and determination. It reminds me of the first fashion week I ever participated in.
What else can we help with?
Let me see. I suppose all there's left to do is tear up all the outfits currently on display.
You got it! Wait, what did you just say?
You heard me. Tear them all up. When I went to
Right.
that first fashion week, I had no savings to speak of. Just a few dozen yards of fabric and a dream. I had to make something work, so I tore up all the
Just
clothes
some
that I brought
fabric,
with me
a
from
small
New
loan
Zealand,
of
and I used
$2
scraps to
million,
make my entries for the show.
and
I
a
used the
dream.
larger pieces for the base fabric and the smaller pieces for accessories. If it worked back then, why not now? We can also repurpose some of the ready-to-use accessories in the shop as
Please
well.
tell me we actually get to destroy the shop.
So hard on all these outfits.
I know.
Please tell me I can just use
That's why I
Daya's
refuse
skill
to
and
let it
like
all
burn
go
all the
waste.
clothes.
I'm not going to let them win, even if it takes everything I've ever made and more.
Okay, then. Here goes nothing.
No need to be nervous. I won't hold it against you. Of course, if anyone dared to tear up one of my dresses in front of me on a normal day, I'd probably toss them into the sewer.
Please tell me we actually get to do it.
Just this
Oh,
once.
but I have to use the Traveler.
I think I
That's.
can make an exception. Go ahead and tear them up. Think of it as a good way to
I
vent your
really
emotions.
wanted to use Daya and just burn him. Oh, now it's gonna smell in here. I used a
Good job.
Dendro skill.
That should do it.
Chiori, are you alright? Sorry for taking so long. I got caught up and... Whoa. What happened to your shop?
That's very neatly
Who did
piled
this?
up for destroyed clothing.
Monsters. Slandering you in the papers wasn't enough for them, was it? They even sent people to wreck your shop.
Chiori has
Give me
two
their
modes,
names.
normal
Since
and
they're
boss
all
mode.
too eager to tear up other people's clothes, I think it's about time the Spina di Rosula return the favor.
Maybe you should calm down a bit first, cause you see,
Please go easy on us.
Huh?
Ugh, what is this, a soap opera? I was the one who asked the Traveler to tear up the outfits. We need all the fabric and accessories we can get.
Oh, so that's what happened. I guess I got a bit ahead of myself just now. Back to what you were doing, everyone. You can all just pretend like I didn't say anything.
Navia sure is scary when she's angry.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a false accusation. No one's gonna orchestrate some conspiracy to take down one of my friends and get away with it.
You and Chiori are really close.
Of course. Everyone knows that Chiori makes the
I
most
switched,
gorgeous outfits in town. All of the
I switched the top of my water bottle. It used to be like a straw, but I got tired of like cleaning that and stuff.
Uniforms as well.
So now it's more like a coffee lid.
As if you enjoy designing
I keep
something as
spilling it
boring
on
and
myself when I
formulaic
drink
as
it.
a uniform.
So I'm just covered in
Why
water
didn't
right
ask in
now.
the first place, silly. Plus, with how much your intel has helped us out in the past, to the Spina, you're more of an intelligence agency than a fashion boutique.
If I had it my way, it would be the other way around.
Anyway, we both know why I'm here. Tell me, how can the Spina be of service to you?
If it's not too much trouble, can
Well,
I borrow
Kaz,
some skilled hands to help with some simple
I'm going to
sewing work?
deny your
I'll need all the help I can
world
get if
join
I'm going to finish
request
these outfits over the next few days.
because I don't think I can
Oh,
do
no
this quest in
problem.
co-op.
I've got a few of those guys all ready to go. I just knew you wouldn't be intimidated
like that
into
coffee
withdrawing
straw
from
thing?
this year's show. When are you going to get started?
Oh, it was just
I
a
can help with
straw.
sewing, too.
I was saying now it's more like a
Actually,
coffee,
There's something else I'd like to ask of
like
you.
travel mug type
Ask
thing.
away. I'm all ears.
Oh, and
It
Traveler
used to
and
be
Paimon, could
poor
you help me
Kaz.
pass word to Linny and Lynette?
Yeah, he'll
I'll
have
need
to
their help
pick
as well.
scarabs in somebody else's world. But yeah, it used to be a straw before for this water bottle, and it's just really annoying to wash.
I'm done with my interview. Has Miss Chiori made it back yet?
Oh! What happened to the boutique?
Who did this? Give me names. I'll make sure every last one lands a full feature on the front page of the Steambird tomorrow.
Wait, this
Not
building
this
has
again.
a glass roof? I just noticed from that angle. Oh, wow. That's a lot of stars. You know, I really want to like start doing some like astrophotography. And now that I have like the right type of wide angle lens for it. Or is it high aperture and low aperture? I think it's high aperture. Basically, it captures more light. which is really good. Because I got like a new wide angle lens, and I've been, or ultra wide angle lens, and I used it to record the skits that are going to be coming out soon. And like the quality is insane, especially for like recording indoors. It's way better than the lens that came with the camera. And that should be a lot better for stars as well. So I tried to take pictures of the stars before, but like it's a way too
A moment later,
cropped,
you'd have missed us.
zoomed in,
We read the
and
article in the papers.
it doesn't collect
We
a
were
lot
just
of
about
light.
to go find
So
Miss Chiori. She helped design a number of our costumes in the past and even sponsored one of our performances. The time has come, it seems, for us to return the favor.
Oh, perfect! She was the one who sent us!
In that case, I assume that there's something we can do to help. Just say the word and we'll take care of it.
Chiori really just knows everyone, huh? She designs everyone's clothes in Fontaine.
Is that all
She has the
we'll need to
most
do?
connections out of anyone.
Should be a piece of cake for the
Night
two
sky
of us.
at your place is pitch black. Yeah, it really depends on like the light pollution too. Like if you're in a very urban area.
We go and find some evidence for all the bad stuff Utera's been doing, right? Chiori said we shouldn't
pretty sure
disturb
that,
her
like-
over the next couple of days. We can check in with her again once she's done with all the new designs.
Because I
But the
live in
show's
like
another
Toronto.
2 days, isn't it?
I'm pretty
We should
sure
be
like
able to
because
make
it's
the
like
deadline.
Canada, right? As soon as you leave the city,
She wants to first
it should be a
meet
lot
Utera
better for like
Varensworth
light
the show,
pollution.
and then defeat him in the court of public opinion. She said that it'd be like,
A two-pronged approach?
Courtesy first, confrontation second.
yeah, something like that.
I think you can actually like see
Understood.
light
We'll have faith in
pollution
her decision.
maps.
We'll go make some preparations. See you at the venue in 2 days.
All right, we're counting on you.
I should probably like look that up.
Okay, then let's also do as Chiori said and meet up with her at Utera's factory in 2 days. We'll gather the evidence then. Oh, Paimon sure hopes she won't have a hard time making all those new outfits for the show.
Or we have to wait until 2 days later. God, I hate when they make me do this. I mean, at least they made it so that the clock can overlap. Because when the game was like fairly new, you could only do it for 1 day at a time. So you had to do this twice. That was really annoying. As the time was going by, that guy in the shop was moving, but he was moving at like a normal speed, and like hours were passing. So I'm to believe that he was just moving in slow motion for like 24 hours. You like the time pass clock? I mean, like, it's just kind of like you're in the middle of a quest, and then it just tells you to, like, pass time, and then you just kind of have to, like, sit there and wait. The worst is when there was, like, a commission. There's actually, like, a Sumeru commission that makes you have to, like, wait for, like, a large amount of time. I think there's actually 2 like that. Which gets really annoying.
Chiori! How are the new outfits coming along? You look kinda tired.
Just a few steps left now. I've handed the rest over to Alof. We should be able to make tonight's show.
Wow, that's cutting it real close. Are you sure she'll be okay without you?
Don't worry. I have no intention of giving ground on either front. With the
The
fashion
commission
show
one
scheduled
would
for
be
tonight,
annoying.
Uther has closed his factory.
Yeah, I
This is our only
really...
chance to secure any incriminating evidence.
Okay, Paimon totally
I feel
gets
like they
that this
really
is all
need
his
to
fault and he totally
redesign
deserves it, but
commissions.
wouldn't we technically be
in
trespassing
general.
on his property if we just barge in like this?
They need to
His
add a
factory is
skip
usually
button
open to the
to
public.
commissions.
It may not be open for
Like, I
business right
don't
now, but
need
that
to know
doesn't mean
about this
visitors can't
guy
stop by for a
who
tour.
loses his snake
We're
food
just
every
curious
single
customers
day.
after all, aren't we?
Well, when you put it that way...
Like, I've gotten really tired of that.
Anyway, Uther's factory is right over there. Let's hurry up and get moving.
Why would he open a factory over there?
We have different marketing strategies. While I specialize in high-end custom garments, he prefers low prices and large sales volumes. I don't know. Maybe the rent here is cheap.
Alright.
The very ominous looking factory he's got
It's
there.
really creepy. Paimon would never choose to buy anything from a place like that.
You make a good point. Let's all be on our guard.
Is Uther's factory just going to be a domain? Oh, it is, isn't it? Bro. This is tiny. You're telling me that there's like a giant, like, factory in here? Maybe I should use a different team. I've been leveling up Kaching, or I don't know how you would pronounce it. Hang on. While I have this on English, how do you pronounce it? I think I would have to go to like Ningguang.
I am Ningguang.
Ningguang.
Tianxin of Qixing.
How did I get that wrong?
You wish to trade? You be my personal bodyguard,
Beto.
and I will show you the Yuhang. She has changed a lot
She doesn't say her name.
But is Liua better off with the Yuhang we have now, or the Yuhang we used to know? Only time will tell.
I don't know, who else would say her name? I don't know why I always say Ninggang. Oh, it's like, I'm not like trying to mispronounce it. Maybe she just says her own name. Of course she does.
I am Kuching.
Kuching?
Of the Liya Qixing. We live in an era of change. As I am Kuching. Yuheng of the Liya Qixing.
It's not Keking?
We live in an era of change. As the old order. Come on, enough. I am Kuching.
Kuching.
Of the Liya Qixing. We live in
I feel
an
like they
era
could have
of
spelled that
change,
differently.
As the old order that.
But yeah, I've been leveling her up. You know what? Let's use this team. Ka-ching. Yeah. I mean, Amber was telling me that, like, Q's are pronounced like CH. So then I was thinking that her name was Ka-ching. But it's like Kuching. So she has like a movement skill. I didn't even know about this. Hers is very similar to Kuching. It's almost exactly the same. I wonder how it would feel walking in these. She was in stream last week? Was that last? That was last week. Yeah. Yeah, Amber was here. I think. Yes.
We're in. There really is nobody here.
Welcome, dear visitors.
Oh, Paimon nearly fell out of the air. What is that thing?
A mechanical guide. They usually use a recorded tape to give you a tour of the factory.
Please, follow me, dear guests.
Did they make this just for this quest? Huh. I haven't seen one of these before.
First stop on our tour is a look at the gradual evolution of our clothing brand.
I really want to do a voice right now. No, I can't. I'd be like too embarrassed.
After that, we welcome you to peruse our most popular styles.
Huh. Uter seems to be doing pretty well for himself, doesn't he? Why would he feel the need to bother you when he could just focus on improving his own brand?
This is the
This guy's
studio where
factory
our
is
designs
huge.
are made. Please, take a look around at your leisure.
Yep, this seems like Uter's workspace, all right. Let's see what we can find.
Why is this place just completely empty? Why is it so huge compared to Chiori's? Why does he have an AI assistant? I have so many questions. The courier shall arrive at the city in the morning via marketing expenses, employment expenses. Bro, I could pay that. How much Mora do I have, actually? Um, 18 million Mora. Bro, I probably have more money than this guy. And that's after I was like building Kuching. I probably had like 20 million before that.
These are the fitting rooms. Please use them at your leisure.
Huh? There seems to be something in this fitting room.
Welcome to Luther Factory Industries. On your left, you can see the newest upcoming designs. And here you can see the fitting rooms where people wear clothes. I can't really do that when I'm like suppressing my voice,
Hold on tight, Paimon.
because it has to come from here. That's why I didn't want to do it.
It seems to have
I could
stopped.
do a pretty like convincing like movie trailer slash and tour guide recording voice, but you have to be very loud for it. She's exactly like Kuching. Huh. She does a considerable amount of damage. Probably switch back to food.
Look out, there are guards here!
Cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase.
Incoming.
Wait, what? How did I switch back?
Speed of light.
I don't understand how this character works. I'm not the one switching. That's so weird.
Worthless.
Worthless. Come on, Shao, you're so extra. Oh yeah, let's use Diluc with his very expensive skin. This is like $30 Canadian. Chiori skills like Kuching. Switch character to plunge. Yeah, that's the part that I'm not getting. Let me read that actually. Okay. Gain different effects depending on the next action you take within a short duration after using the upward sweep. If you press the elemental skill, you'll trigger Tapestry. If you press your normal attack, you'll gain... Oh, that is so cool, actually. That's very cool. I didn't know that. I remember someone said you can switch characters mid-air with Chiori. Yeah, I think after you do...
This place is filthy! Are the clothes from Uter's shop
Let me test it out.
seriously made here?
That's really
Look over
cool
there.
and unique.
Ugh, that water looks super nasty. Oh, Paimon can smell the stench from all the way over here.
And I was the one using unsafe materials, Uter?
So he was actually the one
Uter
who
is just
opened
running
an
a...
underground factory.
He's just running a
His
sweatshop.
clothes always felt weird to the touch. He's been using all manner of tricks here in a bid to cut costs.
Should the clothes made here even be worn?
Never mind issues with shrinking and fading. These materials can give you skin problems if you wear them too often.
That's terrifying. Let's take some photos right away as evidence.
Right after I put away the camera. Oh, okay, it'll take it automatically. They had to design a photo-taking animation for this quest.
Anything in court. All right, let's keep going.
Chiori's elemental skill can cause her to dash forward. What if I accidentally...
Doesn't look like there's a path here.
Follow
me. One sec.
Let's go up.
Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, that is really cool. So, like, it actually matters where you put her. So if you do that, you have a Geo infusion. Oh, that's really cool, actually. There's a flower thing after that. Okay, so that, like, flower animation tells you how much time you have to press the second input. That's so cool. Wait. Okay, no, I thought... Okay, yeah, the flower... You mean the buff. I think that's what you mean. There's a buff after you, like, switch characters. For a second, I thought Kuching had a... I thought she had, like, a Geo infusion. That's cool, I want this character, but I have to stay strong. Because I don't have any Geo characters. And I'm saving for Pyro Archon. I've come too far.
Some kind of warehouse. Ugh, and it stinks too.
I thought we already established this.
What's going on? Our way in's been blocked.
Seems like he knew we'd be coming.
We wait for our fire goddess. Exactly.
Yes. And that's because we used to be partners.
Wait, you're practically at each other's throats. Now you're telling us you used to work together?
This cannot be good for the voice actress's throat.
We were both
doing Paimon's voice every day.
A foothold in the world of fashion. We shared the same goal, so we decided to work together. In the beginning, We both wanted to make clothes that would stand out from the crowd and shatter tradition. The kind of clothes that would turn heads and leave people in awe. But with every criticism we received, and every sponsor that rejected us, Uter's confidence disappeared little by little. Finally, right before Fashion Week, he came to the conclusion that we wouldn't be able to make the designs we always dreamed of. And we parted ways. For my part, I gambled it all and devoted everything I had to that 1 week.
I thought she was gonna say she literally gambled it all.
Something that really made me proud.
She gambled whatever funds she had remaining,
I knew
and she
it was
made it
my
big.
chance to show the industry what I was made of. In the end, well,
You received the acclaim of all Fontaine while Uter gave up on his dream and turned to making this sketchy stuff.
I don't know the exact details.
That subtitle
of what
was
happened
wrong.
After that, all I know is, after I opened Chiori Boutique, he's harassed me every year since.
He's just jealous of what you've accomplished. A guy like that doesn't deserve your sympathy.
Well, let's focus on getting out of here first. Missing the show is as good as letting him win.
There are some control panels over there. Let's see if any of those buttons do anything.
Dodgy stuff? Oh no, like, she said sketchy stuff, but the subtitle said dodgy stuff.
Oh, that doesn't seem to have
$1 billion game, by the way. $1 billion daily revenue.
Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Nowhere to hide.
Barbados! Got it.
Barbados. Wait, what? What sword is Bennett using then? Do I have him on Favonius? That's true, I don't really have a...
I am the cutting edge of fashion.
This ain't a shot, man.
You picked the wrong fight.
I haven't used this character since so long.
Look over there. Seems like there's a way out. Maybe we can use these mechanisms to get higher.
Which mechanisms? Oh, those. Okay. the literal elevators. What happens if I Okay, yeah, that is definitely an attack. I wonder how much damage it does. Does it like just kill you instantly? Oh no, it doesn't do anything. Lame. Cooching versus hydraulic press. Apparently Cooching wins. You know, for a guy who
We finally made it out.
makes clothes for like Alibaba,
Why does it feel like the movement patterns of those mechs have changed?
he has a pretty crazy factory. We need Shao for this one. Can I make it to that one? I don't think so. Oh, shoot. Xiao is dead.
Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure.
Okay, whoops.
Warning, warning. Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure.
I unknowingly brought like two movement-oriented characters, and I didn't know I would need them. Kuching or Chi? I think I'm reading that a bit late. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's skedaddle. Shout out to Xiao. I pulled him by accident when I was trying to get Beidou constellations. I got his weapon by accident as well, and I never used him. Even though he's fully built.
We're finally out of that stinky place. Let's take this evidence and get out of here.
And by accident, yep.
Finally, the entrance. At last.
And then you need his C1 to get another charge for his skill, I think.
Oh.
And that makes it a lot
chambers couldn't hold you,
better.
See. What a surprise.
We've collected a bunch of evidence on all the nasty stuff happening at your factory. You're not getting away this time, Uter.
The evidence on your person, you mean? What makes you think I have any intention of letting it get past these walls?
More mechanical guards?
Oh no.
Really? Ever thought about using these funds for a legitimate purpose?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, but this is a legitimate purpose.
Murder is a legitimate
Destroying Chiori
purpose.
Boutique? Or continuing to make your rotten rags?
Proving that fashion is merely a laughable farce. A carnival of ignorance.
I gotta use that sometime.
You know what your problem
Carnival
is,
of
Uter?
ignorance.
You've become so obsessed with the concept of fashion itself that you let it paralyze you. Stop trying to cater to it. Focus on your own work, and you get to decide what fashion means.
Spare me the lecture, why don't you? Sooner or later, you'll cater to all the voices too, you know. After all, what is fashion but another form of public opinion?
Fashion is about aspiring towards a certain ideal.
Damn, I
But
didn't
it's up to
expect
you
this,
to decide what it is. My brand caters to
Metal
no
Gear
one but
Solid
myself
style,
and my vision. That's my ideal.
conversation of ideals. About
well,
fashion.
Once the people witness their former darling's spectacular fall, they'll understand how laughable that ideal truly is.
That's what you've been trying to prove all this time? Your jaded understanding of the industry is the reason you've had it out for my brand for so long? You weren't like this before, Uter. What happened to the man who wanted to make something that would bring the entire world to its knees?
He realized long ago how utterly naive and ridiculous that dream was.
You gave up on your dream, but that wasn't enough, was it?
It's really funny
You had
how
to find a way to prove to yourself that it could never have been possible at all.
the playable characters keep getting like a lot better visually.
Bitter man
And then
who
you
let
just
his
see them
regrets
next to like
dictate his choices.
NPCs. And it's like they're from like a different
giving up on your
planet.
dream. So you stopped at nothing to prove to yourself that it wasn't the wrong choice. This whole thing, Uter. It's pathetic.
Damn.
Pathetic. Why don't you take a look in the mirror? You're a fool daydreaming about taking all of Tibet by storm. Well, good luck doing that when even Fontaine doesn't have a place for you anymore.
You're right. Maybe all those who pursue their dreams are fools. But more pitiful still are cowards who are too afraid to even attempt what the fool is brave enough to try.
So are we gonna kill these Gardamex? Oh jeez, he pulled out a Glock.
Yeah, just leave this guy to us!
No, you go instead.
But he has a gun!
It'll be fine. Just go to the venue and tell everyone to proceed with the plan. I'll deal with him. Some lessons are best delivered in person.
I'm sorry, that caught me off guard. I'm so glad I got to hear that in English. Just Paimon saying, but he has a gun.
Catch up with us soon!
Trying to leave, are we?
I've held
When
back
magic
all
doesn't
this
work,
time because of our past
parry
partnership
this, you
pair.
filthy casual.
But all that changed after our tour of your factory.
Still trying to talk tough, I see.
No matter what you've been through, no matter why you've become like this. If I may borrow the words of a friend, a guy like you doesn't deserve my sympathy.
Who said that again?
Allow me to show you the true meaning of the Chiori brand.
Is it cutscene time?
The Chiori brand represents more than a person or a trademark. It's a way of life.
Greetings, friends at Fontaine Fashion Week. Please feast your
Wait, we
eyes
actually
on the
left?
extravaganza that Chiori Boutique has prepared for you today.
Brilliant, dazzling, and wholly unique. And most importantly,
An enduring, never say die spirit. That's the true meaning of the Chiori brand. And now, let's welcome the thundering seamstress, Miss Chiori herself.
Did Chiori not...
Lights, cameras, over here, please.
Let the show begin.
the world may change, fashion along with it, but Chioria will remain the same. No challenge is too great. Chioria caters to no one.
Look at
Not
these
even the
designs, we'll
times.
never get his skins.
Rather, Chioria will always lead the fashion of our time. Finally, let's not forget. Only those who do not give up on their dreams are worthy of this brand. Well then, I suppose all that's left to say is, Happy Fashion Week, fellow dreamers.
Dream on. Meanwhile, Luther is strung up by his fingers in the middle of the factory.
Like this?
Perfect.
Phew. Oh, that looks great! Miss Chiori, can I take a picture?
Of course.
I didn't know you'd make a brand new signboard.
But this is actually like
I made it
changed.
before Fashion Week. I figured it'd be best to put it up after the success of the show.
Well, how can you become
So this
renowned
quest
through
actually
all of
changes
Tibet
the
without
building?
a fancy signboard of your own? The Spina's way ahead of you in that regard.
Now that you mention it, perhaps our magic troupe could use one of those.
Our signatures are the Grinmalkin cat and the Boggle cat box. Oh, and we need to add Pear as well.
Pear would need an alias, of course. How about... the Hangry Bird.
So, does that mean your signboard is going to be 2 cats and a penguin stuffed into a single hat?
Ooh, that sounds super snuggly and warm.
And a bit cramped.
Miss Chiori, I'm done taking
Depends how
pictures.
big the hat
You can
is.
expect the article in tomorrow's Steambird, along with the evidence the Traveler gathered.
Thank you, Charlotte.
It's my pleasure. Bringing the truth to light is a journalist's duty.
Going forward, feel free to custom order any accessories you need for Monsieur Verite. It's on the house.
Huh? You really mean it?
Of course. The same goes for you too, Linny and Lynette. If you have need of any costumes in the future, just drop me a note.
What about something other
I think this quest is almost over.
Thank you, Chiori.
I
It's much
might
appreciated.
do like one
I don't really
hangout
need
quest.
anything.
Just pick
don't
one
be a
that
stranger,
looks
all right?
interesting.
I don't need anything either. So long as you continue to request my international courier services from Komania Express, we're golden.
Actually, that reminds me. When will you be leaving, Kirara?
Huh? About that.
The Spina di Rosula has prepared a special vehicle for you, so you can just get in and we'll push it all the way out of Fontaine.
What? No, that's so embarrassing.
Wait, what?
Do we get something nice too, Chiori?
They completely did not say what that subtitle was.
Just hold on a second.
Disrupting
something
public
completely
order at the
different.
Show, appropriating venue lighting equipment without authorization, using weaponry in public, hosting a dangerous performance without notifying the authorities.
Chevras, we can explain.
If you come across anyone who matches those descriptions, please report them to the Special Patrol at your earliest convenience.
Enjoyed that, didn't you? Ugh, you nearly scared me half to death.
Says the one who pulled that stunt earlier. How about you do me a favor and tell me in advance next time you're planning something like that?
And if I had, would you have approved?
No, but it would have at least spared me a whole lot of anxiety.
Well, I would say I more than made it up to you, have I not?
I know those are
A whole
earmuffs
underground workshop in the Fleuve Cendra.
that
the Manor
Chevres
Festival, all
wears.
tied up and handed to you on a silver platter.
I keep thinking they're
That sounds pretty
headphones.
thoughtful if you ask me.
All right, I won't argue with you.
Old
You can have
steampunk headphones.
Well, friends, I would say we've earned ourselves a nice meal for our efforts. Let's go. Spina's treat.
I'll have to take a rain check. I've still got a lot of paperwork to take care of, so you all go have fun. Oh, by the way, Chiori, I ran into Vanger on the way here. He had a message for you.
I don't need to hear it. I'm sure the old fool used pretty much every apology in the book. I'll just visit him some other day and give him a hard time about everything.
You know him well.
Thanks again, Chevres.
My pleasure. Oh, and one last thing. That was
So far, the
really
bit
quite
rate's
an
been good.
amazing show.
Just have to check
You don't
the.
say.
I just have to
Alright,
check the
alright.
recording later.
Follow me if you want in on the celebration feast. Come on, we're leaving.
Traveler, Paimon, could you go wait for me at that place with the view? I'll let Navia know that we'll be a little late. There's something I'd like to give you.
We're gonna take a detour all the way to that cliff.
Oh, Paimon knows where you mean. Sure, no problem.
Perfect. I'll be right there.
Oh, the birds are gone. Found a beetle though. This is what I really don't like about Genshin's climbing. He just gets stuck on anything. I mean, if that's like one of the things that Wuthering Waves did well, was just like running up walls.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
It was a lot less
We didn't wait long at all.
finicky.
What did you want to give us that you couldn't share right in front of everyone else?
Here, take this.
It's just Loot Hair's head.
Wow, a brooch! And in the style of Chiori Boutique
I keep suggesting, like, acts of violence towards this loot hair guy.
I've only made 2 for now. After much consideration, I decided to give them to you 2. You've been a great help. Even when things were looking bleak, you stayed by my side. There were even times when I felt like I had to fight back and
Can't
win.
wait for this
Even if
pin
it was just to honor the trust
to
that you
just
had
go
in
in
me.
our inventory and never be something that we can wear.
You deserve most of the credit. This result, it was all you, Chiori.
I know for certain that was not the case. I've chased my dream for so long that I've come to understand something. Apart from conviction and persistence, the thing that matters most is having friends who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. A single person can only do so much. Without all your help, Chiori Boutique could have easily fallen to ruin.
Well, Paimon doesn't think it would have ever gotten to that point. Not if you had anything to say about it. But, about the stuff you said at the show, you aren't worried it'll rub some people the wrong way?
Perhaps my words were a little pretentious, but they do reflect how I truly feel. I won't bow or scrape before any force in this world, much less any individual. I'm confident in the quality of my work. Create something beautiful, and there will always be people who appreciate it.
Well, guess there's nothing to worry about then. Should we go back and join them at the victory feast?
Oh, yes, of course. But before that, I'd like to admire the view for just a little while.
I really haven't unlocked many of these Shrine of the Depths.
All the nights I've spent
I can see 2 of them in this cutscene.
I'd say this is the loveliest by far.
Actually true, I wonder how many of those Fontaine coins I have. Just 40. I mean, I guess I can do 1 level. So that's that quest. I think I'll try just doing 1 Hangout quest, which I think will take maybe an hour, maybe less. But that quest seemed pretty short. Hey! More summons for the Pyro Archon Fund. Alright. So in terms of Hangout quests, we have... Okay, so I've done all of these. So we got basically everyone on this screen. Hey, someone's friend, are you still here? Because I might just let you pick. I will give it 10 seconds. You're still here? Okay. Which one should I do? I'll just do I'll just start one and just do like 1 path, and that'll probably take a long time. Layla? That's true. We actually don't know too much about Layla. Alright. It is decided. Do I have Kave at C6? I think I do. Let me see. Oh no, he's C4. I think I pulled for him Like, the last time I pulled was when Baizu and Ganyu had their, like, banner together. Layla, you have her? Yeah, I have her too, actually. Which team is she on? I don't have her set on a team. I think I have her C6, though. Yeah. Yeah, she's C6. She's only level... Oh, she's a 90, but the sword is 80. Yeah, mostly energy recharge and HP. So yeah, Ganyu and Kave... Sorry. Ganyu and Baizu had a banner, and the 4 stars were Candace and Kave. So I pulled on that to get constellations for both of them. I don't know what Twirly Whirly is. Huh. She has a stress value? Am I... Okay, I think I'm covering the dialogue. Should I move the face cam? I feel like that's a bad idea. Okay, but I'm going to pick... Okay, yeah, I'll move the face cam, 1 sec. Ooh, shoot. Face cam group. How do I do this? Transform. So I'll have to drag it. I'll just put it down here. And we should be good. Okay. So what is Twirly Whirly?
Oh, come to think of it, I haven't seen Twirly Whirly in a long time. But no, now's not the time for that. I was originally looking up some information at the House of Dana, but the more I read, the more I realized that my thesis is horribly lacking.
This is gonna take forever. Oh, come on, how did I already... After being long tortured by her own anxious thoughts, Layla's stress value shows her current mental state.
I should have been done with
Was there something I could have avoided there?
thesis by now, but I've barely written a third. Well, I guess I have to keep looking up as much info as possible. I shouldn't give up now.
For a lot of these hangouts, they had like a health,
I'm not cut out to
health bar in the top right, and then a lot of them just didn't use it.
shouldn't have come to the academia in the first
Like, I don't think it was possible to fail for a lot of them.
classmates. I should probably notify my advisor sooner than later, so he can focus his attention on the other students.
Which one is less stressful here?
I don't even have the guts to bring it up, and I haven't completely given up yet.
Things probably aren't as bad as you think they are, or you still have time. What if I pick this, and it just reminds her that she doesn't have time?
To be honest, I haven't slept a wink for days. Just thinking about the awful state of my thesis keeps me up at night. Lack of sleep hinders my ability to focus, and if I can't focus, I can't do any proper research or thinking. I'm stuck in a vicious cycle. I've seen the caliber of the other academia students. They're all geniuses and fast learners. I'm nowhere near as gifted as they are. Oh, if it wasn't for someone who's been helping me out, my advisor probably would have kicked me out of the Darshan by now.
Oh no, Layla yawn infected me. Also, the way she's talking too is just very. It's just reminding you that you're tired. I don't know. I feel like you're just making stuff up. Are they a great fungus elder? Is this someone a good friend of yours? Are they a sage?
If that was the case, I would have already left on my own. Just the idea of being watched by a sage is terrifying. This might sound strange, but I actually don't know who's been helping me.
So it is a fungus elder or whatever you said.
Due to my lack of sleep, I sometimes get dizzy and faint when I'm stressed out. Yeah, but oddly enough, when I wake up, all the things I was stressing over are taken care of.
Oh yeah, doesn't she have...
My
Okay, I don't want to
somehow
spoil it.
finished before the deadline, and my papers are perfectly written.
Oh, okay, I get it.
That's not
I know.
all. My flowers are watered.
It was kind of spoiled in a later event.
My broken camera was fixed. I really don't know what's going on, but for now, I'm calling the phenomenon a blessing from the stars. Maybe the stars above decided to help out after seeing all the effort I put into my research. If that's even possible. But there's no point in me studying at the academia.
This is not the hangout you want to be doing at 11 p.m.
It comes down to my own efforts, improving one step at a time.
Because I think I'm starting to get infected.
How else can I honor my parents and live up to the expectations of everyone who knows me?
That makes sense. The effort you put in is equally important.
Oh no, I've already spent too much time chatting.
I just realized I probably have to read out the lines.
I haven't made much headway on my thesis. At this rate, I'll need the Wisdom Sealy's help.
But you just said you wanted to rely on your own efforts.
Yes, but time's of the essence, so I have to take what I can get. Oh, sorry. I'm just making excuses. But the Wisdom Sealy
Like my
is
protagonist
truly
voice.
amazing and freely shares its endless knowledge. Oh, if you want its help, all you have to do is write down your question, and you'll get a response a short while later.
Can Sealies even do something like that?
No one knows who or what it actually is. It's just known as the Wisdom Sealy. But getting an answer all comes down to the Sealy's mood. Sometimes it'll only give you a vague answer or play tricks on you. I'm pretty sure a researcher wouldn't do something like that. All I can do right now is hope that it helps me.
What about... But what about the blessings from the stars?
Who knows if it'll happen this time? I can't put all my eggs in one basket. Trying my luck with another phenomenon is better than doing nothing.
Sounds a little sketchy, but I'll go check it out with you.
Really? But I don't want to take up your time.
It's fine. I got nothing else to do.
Sorry for the bother. You're too kind. Okay, let's go give it a try. I've already prepared my question for this.
So I'm just gonna do like one path. I'm not gonna try to get like all the
Help me get
endings,
through this predicament.
because that's gonna
Among
take
the countless
a whole
legends
night.
surrounding the House of Dana, the Wisdom Sealy is one of the more popular ones lately. It hasn't been around for long, but word of the Sealy's existence spread like wildfire. Many people have claimed that they've received a reply from it, so it should probably help me as well, right?
So you just call its name and it appears?
I don't know its name, and we have to keep our voices down in the House of Dana. Or else you'll get some scary glares from the Mahamada. Let's split up and ask around about the seal.
Got it. I'll keep my voice low.
More.
That is a thing. Yeah, it gives him a third charge for his first constellation. So it's kind of annoying to use him at C0, just knowing that you're not like playing the full character. Because that's a big deal, right? To like not have one of his skill uses.
Excuse me? Have you ever heard of the Wisdom Sealy?
You've come to the right person. I came across this legend not too long ago myself. After hearing about it, I decided to test it out and ask it a question about the brightness of the stars.
That's ProZD again. That's Sungwon again. Remember he was in Navia's quest, and now he's here. They really just call him, like they have him on speed dial.
2 days later, I got a response. It included 2 pages of detailed and accurate information. It saved me from having to look up a ton of resources.
Really?
Yeah, so I submitted another question a few days ago. I still haven't received a reply, though.
That sounds like what others have said. But I don't have the time to wait for a reply if the Sealy doesn't answer right away. Whatever. Can you please tell me how to submit a question to the Wisdom Sealy?
It's quite simple. Go to the bookshelf over there and find either Theoretical Astrology or a quick reference guide to astrology cases.
That's totally him.
Oh, I know where those are. My Darshan has us use this.
Let me see if I can find an example.
Often.
Just so you guys know who I'm talking about. I don't have display capture on. Okay. What even are my bookmarks? Oh no, you know that I read Goblin Slayer. And watched Smiling Friends. Oh no. Let's see. I just need an example of his voice. But he has to be doing this voice. He does it all the time. I don't think I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I don't think I have an example. Not one that I can just like pull up. Of him doing that specific voice. That is 100% him though.
Okay, so write your question in a letter addressed to the Wisdom Sealy, and then insert the letter into one of the books. Come back in a day or two, and if you see a red stamp on your letter, that means the Wisdom Sealy has replied. However, if the stamp never appears, then that means the Sealy doesn't want to answer your question.
I see. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go write down my question. Hopefully the Sealy replies.
Thanks, Sungwon. Where's his bookshelf? Oh, it's all the way over there. You ever think you have like too many books? Haven't you guys heard of the internet?
Finally, I wrote out my question and put it in the book.
Is there any way I could have avoided stressing her out for that first one? Did I really pick the wrong option, or was that just forced?
Let's give it some time. I'll come back tomorrow to check on it. Don't worry about me if you have other things to do. I see. Thanks.
I should have read that
I
out.
appreciate it. Alright then, let's meet up here tomorrow. I really hope this silly replies. Time to look at the letter. Please let there be a stamp. Please let there be a stamp.
See, like that time passing thing, couldn't they just do that all the time?
There's a red stamp on it. The silly responded. Fantastic.
You look better already. Can't say the same for me.
This is wonderful. My troubles are at an end. Oh, I can't even begin to express how grateful I am. Let's take a look at what it wrote. Thank you for your letter. Though I have extended a response, I cannot answer your query due to your
Stress
motives.
skyrockets.
Questionable motives? Me? Wait, huh? Okay, let's see. Completing a thesis requires independent thought and work. You planned on using my knowledge to complete your paper's most critical portions. That's not right. However, considering that your deadline is fast approaching, and that there is substance to the content in the completed sections of your thesis, I've decided to help you nonetheless. Follow the hints I've left, and you will find the answer to your question. Consider the effort you put into thinking and searching as your payment for my knowledge. What the... It's absolutely right about everything.
Great.
Oh, I'm starting
The stress
to feel
just came back.
guilty now, but I'm running out of time. Oh, what should I do?
It might be messing with you. Let's go.
I could tell you're a very kind person, but I never expected that you'd go this far to help me. I'll definitely think of a way to make it up to you once I take care of my thesis.
Just another day in the life of an adventurer.
Okay, let's start by looking at the hint it
Who
left
says
us.
that?
It should be on the second page. The first clue lies hidden on the road of wisdom. The headstrong child finally sees the world for how big it truly is. Filled with awe, yet struck with fear. That's it? Not even a picture or any other marking to go off of. This is pretty abstract. What's this road of wisdom and who's the child?
Pansy epic voice impression. I love doing that stupid voice. just the very like a movie trailer kind of like protagonist voice. I actually did it in one of the skits I recorded recently. Just playing as a character.
Possibly. That
Wisdom is probably
sounds
the
like a
academia.
natural conclusion. So,
Road to wisdom
is the
leads to
road
the
of
academia.
Wisdom, the road that leads to the academia, then? Wait, I think
It's
I
just
get
a
what
really
he means
extra
by
protagonist voice.
child and awe and fear. When I first left home, it took me days to reach was so grand and awe-inspiring. Pictures of the city simply don't do it any justice. After seeing the city, a thought popped into my head. Am I really worthy of this place? Worry, fear, or whatever you want to call it. If I'm connecting the dots correctly, then I think I know where the Sealy is leading us. But how does it know my feelings so well?
I mean, these are both the same option, are they not? Maybe it wasn't referring to you specifically.
You have a point. There's nothing special about my background or experiences. It could be anyone's. Anyway, let's go take a look.
Her eye bags kind of remind me of mine. Especially when I was like, really obsessed with playing Dragon's Dogma 2. And I was like staying up till like 2 AM every day, just playing that game. Especially on that second playthrough, not the first one where I was streaming. Because I didn't get to play it that often, but...
We should be
BRB?
close.
Yeah, we'll be here for a bit longer.
I came when I first traveled to Sumeru City. Aw, it's been way too long since I last visited home. No, this isn't the time for that kind of talk. We have
Where
to
even is
hurry
her
and
home?
find the clues that the Sealy left behind. It is. Relying solely on what the Sealy said might not be viable. Assuming the Sealy is intentionally linking the clues to my past, I think I have an idea. So this is a little embarrassing. At that time, the sight of Sumeru City was absolutely mesmerizing. I was anxious, but also excited about all the things to come. I was distracted and accidentally stepped on an Avidia leopard's tail.
The price of being distracted.
I didn't notice it at all. The poor thing was sound asleep, and after I stepped on its tail, it bolted straight up. I freaked out and ran as fast as I could. There were actually more Avidia leopards sleeping nearby, and they were all faster than me. I almost got bitten a couple of times. Good thing someone from the Eremites heard me shouting for help. They managed to scare off the leopards.
Can we get attacked by Eremites all the time?
Yeah.
Good thing you weren't hurt.
When I finally managed to calm myself down, I noticed that the talisman my mother had made for me was missing. It's extremely precious to me. Ever since I was little, I would always carry it with me whenever I'm doing something important. I also had it with me when the academia conducted its selection exam at my village. I checked my bag at least a dozen times to make sure the talisman was in there. I feel much more at ease knowing that I have it with me. I had thought that it would also help me calm my nerves in Sumeru City, but I ended up losing it before I even
She
finished
really wears a lot of
registration
bling.
at the academia.
Like, what? Like, imagine wearing those, like, cuffs with the giant chain just all the time.
Yeah, and that's when I started having sleeping problems.
Her design is so cool, though.
To sleep less and
It's
less
crazy that
each
she's a
day.
4-star character.
Losing a talisman reaction like that is definitely a bad omen. Oh, sorry. I'm starting to ramble again.
This is making me feel sleepy.
What were we talking
This is making
about
me feel
before?
sleepy.
Alright. Why the silly led us here. I think we should look around where the Avidia leopards attacked me. If the silly is trying to make me remember things that happened in the past, it would make the most sense for it to hide clues in memorable locations. Aw, hope the silly's clue wasn't also torn to shreds by Avidia leopards.
Relax, no need to be pessimistic all the time. Let's look around.
Yeah, that's the only way we'll know for sure.
Is there actually even like multiple? Every time I do one of these hangout quests, I always feel like there is only like one path, and then you go to the you get to the end and it shows you like there was like 7 paths you could have gone.
Close.
It's like, where would I have split off? Let's check out this Anukshuk.
Sure enough, it's here. And in a really obvious place. That pretty much confirms my hunch about this Sealy's intentions.
Why is there just one mean option?
I don't know. But how did it know about all these details? I've hardly told anyone about this stuff. It's not hiding somewhere and spying on me, is it?
What if this is the option that stresses her
That's
out?
a scary thought. Anyway, let's look at the clue we found. Seems like you haven't forgotten about your very first failure. See? It knows everything.
This might be too much, even for the Wisdom Sealy.
Aw, I have no idea what's going on. No wonder the Sealy is becoming legendary. Let's keep reading the clue. I've placed the second clue where heaven meets water. The answer, seemingly amongst the stars, was ultimately washed to some unremarkable place downstream. Just as I thought. It's something to do with me again.
You already got the meaning?
If the first clue was any indication, then the location described in this clue should also be related to my life experiences.
I feel like this hangout quest is gonna be longer than the Chiori Story quest.
My own thesis work often requires me to go in the field and collect astrological data. And, let's just say there's another devastating and unforgettable failure I had.
There was no avoiding that. Should we keep following these clues?
But that can't be helped, right? We do many things not because we want to, but because we have to. Let's keep moving. It might be hard to believe, but being out and about is making me feel a lot better than usual.
Okay, I'm starting to get the contagious yawn. I can't yawn on stream. Let's play as Diluc in this very expensive skin. The way I always do the limited skins, or whatever, basically I always get the monthly pass every month. That gives you like 300 of the paid currency, and then that just kind of builds up over time. And then once I have like a ton, then I just like buy a skin if there's one for a character I actually use. So like I just use one for Kuching's skin. And then the rest of these 4-star skins were just free. Because if you play them during the event. Because I feel like it's way more worth it to use that paid currency on something that's exclusive to paid currency rather than using it for summons.
That's the spot. That's where I performed my first field observation after enrolling at the academia. I borrowed some equipment from the school and came here
Mission failed.
on a perfectly clear day.
It is contagious.
Was ready to go, and I was positive that I'd be able to get some great data. But the equipment was a little heavy, and I didn't notice that the ground was muddy and some spots were unstable. After I finished setting up everything, part of the ground suddenly shifted, and my equipment started teetering over. I rushed over to grab hold of it, but I ended up tripping over another piece of equipment. The next thing I knew, everything was covered with muddy water. Oh, me and all my equipment. You must be wondering how someone can be so clumsy.
We're all prone to mistakes when we aren't well rested.
Thank you for understanding. If I were the one complaining about not being well rested, it would just sound like an excuse. Oh, it's a vicious cycle. The less I sleep, the more mistakes I make. The more mistakes I make, the harder it is for me to sleep. I just got a minor fracture.
No, I should have read that out. My
so
bad.
I had to rest at B. Marston for a while.
She got a fracture?
Aw,
From slipping in the mud?
As damages to the equipment, I took some part-time jobs. I just went to work whenever I couldn't sleep. It took me forever to pay off what I owed.
Don't tell me your insomnia got worse after that.
Bingo. Oh, the pressure from my studies and debt was crushing me, and I didn't want to tell my family about any of it. After all, I am the legendary Layla who made it into the academia at a young age. Oh, and had never failed an assignment in her life.
Ever considered taking a break? I mean, of course she...
Of course. I've even
Of course.
giving up on my studies completely and returning home to help care for the Sumter beast, but that would be kind of embarrassing. I don't mean that I'd be embarrassed in front of others. I mean that I'd be ashamed of myself. After all, everything I've done up till now.
The way she talks makes me sleepy too.
Result of my own decisions. Although it hasn't always been smooth sailing, and sometimes things don't go my way. I made it this far on my own. There haven't been any major incidents with my studies, and I even managed to pay off the
Please stop yawning.
damages.
Like it's actually,
I guess
it's actually getting me now.
exaggerating a bit. Most of it is still due to the help of some unknown person rather than my own work.
Your parents would feel bad if they knew what you were going through. Why are we talking about this?
And that's exactly why they mustn't ever find out. Once I finally
You have
manage to
other things
acclimate
going
to
on
life
now.
in
You're going to leave the stream.
City,
Yeah, that's fine.
show them my success.
Have fun.
Aw,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
hope that day will come eventually.
Thanks for joining, someone's friend, and
Anyways,
enjoy your day off.
Let's continue looking for the next clue.
I'm starting to feel the
should be
contagious
around
yawns that you
here
mentioned.
Somewhere. An unremarkable place downstream was the description.
Unremarkable place downstream. Oh, these are these guys. I was about to attack them. These guys are from Nahida's quest.
Here, it's over here. Good thing it's dry. I was worried the message might be wet. Let's see. Have you found it? The unremarkable place downstream. Well, of course. How else could I be reading this message? I've placed the third hint at a crossroad without a cross. You can turn left or right, but turning back shouldn't be an option.
That is very vague.
They're actually getting clearer for me. I was sort of expecting this even before I read the message. I don't know if the clues are following a timeline or if they're based on the amount of regret I have. Either way, this incident
It's like the power of
was bound to come up
suggestion.
sooner or later.
It's like I'm being hypnotized into falling asleep. Sounds like this is getting personal.
Would someone really go to all this trouble just to pull off some prank? I can't make heads or tails of it. Anyway, just follow me. I'll save the story for when we get there.
I'm gonna kill this thing.
Blades, purge!
That's his English voice. It's pretty different from the Japanese Giorno Giovanna voice. What if I accidentally open the summon screen and accidentally did a 10 poll for Chlorinde and ruined my pity?
I came here to conduct some astrological observation once. Everything went smoothly on the way, and I thought I was starting to get used to life at the academia. But just as I was about to set up the observation equipment, I heard a strange sound coming from nearby. I made my way here and discovered a bunch of bandits robbing someone. They were a group of treasure hoarders, and the family that was being mugged looked completely helpless. They definitely wouldn't have been able to escape, and simply handing over their Mora might not have been enough to make the bandits go away.
So you wanted to help, but couldn't?
Not exactly. I already had a vision by that time. Someone with a vision should technically be really powerful, right? Handling a group of treasure hoarders should be well within my abilities. However, I didn't know how to channel the power of the elements to fight at that time, and I was super scared. I wielded immense power, but I didn't feel any stronger than just an ordinary person.
No, that's actually interesting. Like, I just realized that there aren't any evil vision users. I mean, like, aside from, like, the Harbingers, they have a vision and then a delusion, but, like, there's no, like, guy that just has a vision, but he's, like, a dip. Like, they're all, like, pullable characters, you know what I mean?
Then I ran away. I scrambled toward explored Sumeru City looking for help. Eventually, I managed to return with a few adventurers I ran into along the way. It took longer than I had hoped, and by the time we made it back here, the treasure hoarders and the family were gone.
But you don't like
I
have
know
like
if the family
NPC
only
enemies
lost
with
their
visions, I
belongings
guess.
in the end, or if something worse happened to them. I faced a lot of problems after coming to Sumeru
I mean, I guess
City.
they can't really do that.
This
Because like
incident
enemies
is
have to
one
be
that I
like
regret
mass
the
produced and
most.
then it doesn't make
I sat on
sense.
the ground and began to cry. I could have stepped in to help that family. Would it have ended differently if I were just a little braver?
Being rational is important.
Aw, thank you for trying to comfort me, but I can't stop myself from thinking that way. It's just as the silly said. Turning back shouldn't be an
I can't avoid the stress meter.
However, I can't help but think about running away whenever I'm faced with a challenge.
I feel like if I pick the wrong one here, then that stress meter is getting filled. The Silly probably wants you to do more than just criticize you for the past. Why don't you try facing your challenge head on? Alright, let's take a break. Will taking a break stress her out? Thinking. Let's try this one.
You're right. The more challenging it gets, the harder I should try. I'm feeling calmer now. Okay.
Give me back my
Let's go
stress
look
heart.
for more leads nearby. We're probably getting close now.
Really?
Let's search this area.
They keep handing me, where's the clue here? They keep hitting me with, like, stress hearts. And then never taking them away.
Here it is, just as I thought. The Sealy must have placed it here in advance. Let's see what we have this time.
And it's like, it's not even after I make a choice or anything.
Whatever it is, I'm ready.
Interesting. It's, any house in Sumeru.
Huh? It's,
What if it's just a picture of her house? And she's just like completely doxxed.
Guess not. This house looks like it's in Vimara Village. Does the Sealy want us to go there? I can't think of any connection I have with Vimara Village, though. I've only been there once, and it was pretty uneventful. Whatever the case, the only way we'll know is if we go there.
Just be sure not to push yourself too hard.
Thanks, but I'm fine. I'm used to pushing my limits.
If only the Traveler actually sounded like
how
that.
far I can go.
Then this game would make trillions of dollars a month. Rather than just billions. Wasn't it that, like, Genshin made, like $1 billion of revenue in, like, the first 6 months or something? That's pretty insane. It may not even have been 6 months.
Let's see. This should be the place. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Maybe the Sealy didn't prepare anything for us this time. Or does it want us to knock on the door first? If we're wrong about this, it'll be super awkward. You're right. I can't always be like this. Sometimes it's better to take action than overthink every little thing.
Inhales and exhales. Couldn't they have just said breathes?
Come in! Just a moment. Oh, it's you, Layla. How nice of you to stop by again.
Huh? Do you know me?
That's no way to greet a friend. Of course I know you. Is this a friend of yours? Or perhaps a classmate?
A friend. I'm having a little trouble with my thesis and we happened to be passing by.
What's going on, Layla?
I don't know either. I don't even know where to begin. I recognized him immediately. He's one of the people that was getting robbed by the treasure hoarders. But he shouldn't know anything about me. He shouldn't even know who I am. Yeah, but that was before the robbery. I was just passing through. Even if he saw me, he wouldn't know who I am. He didn't notice me during the robbery.
Is something the matter?
I appreciate your kindness, but I really can't remember how we met. I'm sorry.
So you aren't joking? Do you still remember when my family and I were being robbed by a gang of treasure hoarders?
Yes, but I don't think I was of much help to you all.
How so? You told us everything yourself the last time we met. My family and I were surrounded by treasure hoarders, and I didn't know what to do. But then, we heard people approaching in the distance. Those treasure hoarders were the first to hear them coming, and started to flee the moment they sensed the situation wasn't going their way. They didn't even bother taking anything with them. I wasn't sure what had happened, but the treasure hoarders were scared off. I immediately grabbed my wife and child and got out of there.
Oh, I see. I'm so
I mean,
glad that
they
you
only
and
heard
your
one
family
person
were
approaching them.
unharmed.
I thought it was a party of adventurers that happened to pass by, but later you told me that you had spotted us and ran to find help. You were amazing. You managed to keep a level head even in the midst of danger. I know you have a vision, so those treasure hoarders wouldn't have been a match for you. But they might have harmed me and my family if their backs were pushed against the wall.
Wait, that's not exactly what happened. I still regret not helping out sooner.
That's the first time we've seen that animation.
When did I
That
come
character
here last?
animation in this entire Hangout quest.
Remember.
It's been some time, but not too long ago. I don't recall exactly when. What's wrong? Nothing's coming to mind?
Nope. I'm sorry. I still can't seem to remember, even after everything you've told me. Maybe I'm just under too much pressure.
You came over and ate with us, and you played games with my son. If only we had taken a picture.
You played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with my son.
You forgot a package here from that visit. You'll definitely remember once you see it. Wait here, I'll go fetch it.
A package? I left a package here? Wait! This is it!
It's the talisman.
This is the talisman that I lost. The one that my mother made for me. Yes, this is definitely it. She made it herself. It's the only one of its kind.
I think this quest has actually taken longer than the Chiori Story quest.
Was I planning to send it to someone? Let's see who the recipient is. To Layla?
I'm assuming you aren't in the habit of writing letters to yourself.
No! I swear I've never done anything like that. What is must have been quite the endeavor to follow the Sealy's hints all the way here. Great work. Self-reflection is a wonderful quality to possess, but you'll only end up hurting yourself if you overdo it. Failure is a stranger to no one. The purpose of self-reflection is not to indulge in the pain of failure, but to succeed in your next attempt. If you're reading this letter, then you have succeeded in taking the first step. On the back of this letter is the core information that your thesis is lacking. It's actually been done for a while now. It only feels inconclusive because it's missing a concise summary to tie it all
What kind of
together.
thesis would an astrologer have to write?
This journey has provided insight for your life ahead. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you
We
courage
actually
as
see
you
our
carry
character in a Hangout
onward,
quest.
and hope that you fulfill the expectations you hold, always watching over you. Sincerely, the Wisdom Sealy. Oh, I thought we were going to fail. I thought that everything we did and all the time we spent was for nothing. But the Sealy wasn't messing with me after all.
Could it be that the Wisdom Sealy is you? It was inside you all along.
I doubt it. I mean, unless I somehow came here while I was unconscious and don't remember it. Although, having said that, I have heard rumors claiming that I sleepwalk a lot. But even then, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm actually the Wisdom Sealy. It could have just helped me while I was sleepwalking.
Either way, it's safe to say that it's related to the blessing from the stars.
I'll write back and ask to meet with the Sealy and see how it responds.
So even the stress meter has nothing to do with
Though
anything.
I still have a lot of questions, this experience was fruitful enough. If it wasn't for your encouragement, I probably would have quit halfway through and holed
It
up
gives,
in the academia
it
somewhere.
gives and removes stress on
Perseverance
stuff that doesn't
really
even
does
have
pay off.
choices.
I'm not sure if I understand
So,
what
like,
is
what's the
happening,
point?
but it's something good, right?
Yes, it's something really, really good, and I'm very thankful for it.
Well then, since you're already here, why don't you stay and have something to eat? We just finished preparing some food. Come on, don't be a stranger. Your friend should join us as well. You can leave your troubles until after the meal. You must relax and gather your strength so you can take on the challenges ahead, am I right?
Sure.
Thank you all.
There goes all the stress. I didn't have to do anything. Oh, that's nice. I wish you courage as you carry onward and hope that you fulfill the expectations you hold. So, like, the event... I didn't do it on stream. There's one there. There's 6 endings. I think I got the best one? Probably? It looks like this is like a fail if you go this way. Because I think I got the best one. I kind of want to know. Let's see. I kind of want to know what a failure would be. I think I can skip the dialogue this time.
This is the place that immediately...
Okay, let's take a break.
But what about my thesis? We
Your health is more important.
Sorry for causing you so much trouble.
Let's find some place to rest.
I actually don't have much stamina. I've been stressed this whole time and I feel exhausted. I'm really sorry.
So do we actually see... Oh. Okay. We might actually see... That boar tried to take me out. We might actually see her... So when she sleepwalks, she has like an alternate personality. Which I only saw in an event. A limited time event.
Let's stop here. I don't think I can walk any further.
I'll prepare some food and juice.
Alright, I'm gonna give my legs a rest. I'll be waiting for you here. I feel bad for making you go through so much trouble for me. Oh, if only I were more capable.
We're all skilled at different
I'm
things.
sorry. I always find myself having to apologize.
Yes, stand up for yourself.
But enough of that. I need to pull myself together. The memories I've been reminded of are all really taxing. I cannot just give up this time, even if my head's not in a good place. Letting these heavy feelings get the best of me will only slow us down. Watch out! Behind you! Monsters! A lot of them too. Why didn't we see them coming? No.
Just leave
I'll
it to
fight
me.
too, but I want to help. I can't just sit back and watch you while you fight. Don't worry. I can handle myself. I mustn't keep repeating my past regrets. That's the most valuable lesson I've learned today. I should take action when I'm needed and give it my all when the moment calls. If you miss those
These monsters are really
opportunities
taking
in
their
life,
time.
you may never get another chance to make up for them. Huh. I suppose that's fate. Alright,
I see.
let's take them all down.
Let's go. Monsters, huh?
Not now.
This is gonna take forever.
Here! Boring! Worthless!
Relax, Xiao, man. They're just fungi.
Here!
Yeah. The Kuching really doesn't do a lot of damage right now. There's still more.
Evil conquering! Worthless! Worthless!
Alright.
I really need to keep up with my training. It's embarrassing to be out of breath so quickly like this.
Are you alright?
Well, the only appropriate response would be to say that I'm fine, right? I'm pale due to lack of sleep, not because of the fight. But then again, I know you'd be able to see right through those words. I'm feeling weak. There's no hiding it. I'm just happy I
There's a
didn't
voice,
get in the
though.
way during the fight.
It's so whiny.
Oh, a compliment. I sure don't get to hear that often. Although I may not be physically strong, my will is as resilient as they come. I'll be fine after I rest for a bit. Can you stay with me while I recover my energy? It shouldn't take long.
Alright, let's get you home. Despite her incredibly weak disposition, still chose to make a stand. Alright, well, I don't want to spend too much time on this. Got 2 endings, I think that's good enough. We'll just claim the stuff before I forget. Alright, all good. I think I'm gonna end it there. What are these achievements? Obtain the authentic letter of the Wisdom Sealy. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it there. Next week, I think there's a new update. I think Sigwin or Sigwin has her banner coming out. And then after that, the week after, we have Zenless Zone Zero. Gonna be playing that for the first time on stream. And I think that should be fun. Probably give us a lot to do. And yeah. I think we should be good. I have to work on those videos. I got some housework to do as well tomorrow, so we'll see if I get time to edit those videos. One of them should be easy. One of them should be easy. Shouldn't take a lot of editing. That one for the Genshin leaks, that one took forever, just because it was a lot of scenes. So the way I do it is that, like, whenever I record a scene, I'll do it like several times. So then every time I have to like pick one of those takes to put in the video, that's the part that kind of takes a while. And then editing it together so that it flows well. It's actually surprisingly a lot of work. But that video was like 3 minutes long almost. I actually can't remember how long it was. This one is probably just like 30 seconds, it should be easy. And I think this lens is a lot better too, so I shouldn't have to do too many like color corrections or anything like that, but yeah, we should be good. Thanks everyone. Anyone who's like watching the VOD, I don't think I have any viewers right now. But thanks for joining. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night, and I'll talk to you later. I'll see you next week, hopefully. Adios.